I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Bang 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 bang. And then the rocks become repeat it again. And this time it's all about Ali Cup. It's up. You know it go. August 12 and 13 on the school grounds of Aggie Animal. If you don't know what that is, it's Excelsior High School, 137 Mountain View Avenue. Make sure you're there. It's a big day. Because guess what? The organizers, the man called Chris Bailey and the man called Sambo. Big up Zengabat, big up Fuba, big up all Excelsior people. Because you know, for the Excelsior person, you're Excelsior person. You know. Everybody big up. Make sure you're there. It's a big day, August 12 and 13. Ali Cup, because Ali life have to live on. And from we say it have to go so, and so it have to go. So all Excelsior people, big up. And remember, we start out with 8 teams, but remember, 4 forward, so 12 this year. So you know, next year it can be 24. So make sure you score. Daily Rank say, big up, Ali Cup, August 12 and 13, 2022. Mad.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host. My name is Man. What a wonderful day it is. It is the beginning of the World Championships. And Jamaica, we have one athlete in the first, what you'd call a semifinal. One team in the first, what you'd consider a semifinals contested. Our mixed relay team has qualified for the finals that is going to come up later today, hoping to get our first medal from that event today. All right. Welcome to the show. Also have some news that young Jamaican prospect is on his way from Arsenal to Chelsea. The man who goes by the name Omari Hutchinson should be leaving one London team to the other, and many are suspecting that it has more to do with money more than playing time. All the best to him on that move, and I hope everything works out. It seemed to be something that is, I feel like Raheem Sterling may have had some say in how all of that transpired. For those of you who maybe you were somewhere, I don't know where you were, you'd have heard that the finalists in the Women Kankakov Championship, they have been decided. It will be Canada versus the United States of America. And in the third and fourth place playoffs, we will see Jamaica going up against Costa Rica. The winner of that game will play against the loser of the game between the United States and Canada for the final Olympic spot. Simply put, the winner of the game between the third place and the second place team will qualify for the Olympic Games next year, having already qualified for the World Cup. All right. Now, this video today, we're going to have Mr. Rudolph Speid. You may be wondering what's new about that. Some of you would have heard a video that I did where I ask a series of questions about the coaching course that 6 persons from Jamaica, 6 coaches from Jamaica attended. The coaches were Rudolph Speid, Vassal Reynolds, Meron Garden, Andre Beard, Wendell Downswell, and Marcel Gale. Those are the 6 persons. We asked several questions. Apparently, Mr. Speid heard about the video, he watched the video, and he felt like some of my questions weren't making a whole lot of sense. So he decided that he would come on so he can respond directly to the questions and bring sense, because apparently the questions that I was asking in that video to him didn't make a whole lot of sense. We're going to sort through that matter to bring complete clarity and transparency to the process. Should have been here. Link has been sent. But again, welcome to the platform. We don't want to pause. We don't want to hesitate and keep on saying, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. No, listen, you have to help me. All right? What do I mean by that? Please ensure that you hit the like button once you're on the video. If you have not yet subscribed, ensure that you subscribe to the platform. All right? You have to do those things for me. They're very, very critical. And also share the content with someone else. Welcome to all of you, to Stefan Weather, Peso, Jaco DeBala, Brian, Dre Anyweather, Rob Smith. Big up, brethren. Yeah. All right. So big up to all of you. Yeah. Anthony Mack, big up yourself. New Wave Entertainment says verbal gymnastics. Stefan Wright, bless up to all of you. All right. So that is what the video is going to be about. God bless you. Big up. Eagle Republic, bless up as well. All right. Now, let me just pause at this time to say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. The sponsors are Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. You can call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they're offering you loans of up to 200,000 Jamaican dollars at minimal interest rate, 0 to 4%. And if you go there and you talk to them and let them know you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports, There is no processing fee, and you get same day processing once you have the requisite documents needed. Also, to Launch Legacy. Launch Legacy is where they handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and in the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647 989 0782. All right. That is Launch Legacy. So check them out, people. They are showing us love. So please ensure that you show them some love as well. All right. So it was a very interesting show, like I said, because I asked a series of questions. And yeah. So trying to make sure. Big up Herbie, man from down, Herbie, Herbert Morrison down there. So Kirky, bless up yourself. Thanks for joining the show. You understand me? People we're trying to get to what other? All right, boss. Big up what other. Big up to Christopher Carroll, always on supporting the work. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Happy Friday to all of you as well who are on the platform at this time, still trying to make contact with our guest who promised us that he would be on a two. Not seen him yet. He has the link, so we're gonna wait patiently to have him on. Bless up to Tyrone Williams. I see a comment here from Eagle Republic. He says, "I am heartened by the resilience of the girls, but I am somewhat disappointed that Coach Donaldson is using the tournament for qualification for two tournaments as well as a means to evaluate his player." What is the disappointment in that, Christopher Carroll? What is the reason for the disappointment, or what is your preferred option? All right. That would be a good question for you to answer. Tyrone Williams, bless up every time, man. You understand me? Wayne Evans, blessings to you as well. You understand? Yeah, let me just send a text here. Yeah, so it's supposed to be an interesting show. Like I said, the coaches are back from the training course in Trinidad. I don't know. Maybe if you have I haven't seen anything on the radio or on TV about them returning or any dialogue with any of them. I don't know if you have been lucky enough to see any of that, but I certainly have not. And so I'm expecting to get all the answers to our questions in a fair, unbiased, open, accountable way, because we need to know, that the public needs to know, because these are things that affect the public in terms of the football space that we operate in. There is also an interview I did recently with Mr. Christopher Williams, where several suggestions were made about the format of the league and, his expectation and those of the federation. And there seemed to be, I want to say, it would appear that they are at loggerheads. They are on two different sides of the fence, for use of a better term. And there are persons who agree and there are persons who disagree with some of his suggestions in the footballing space and circle. And it would be interesting to get some of those people on. And that is our plan, to get balance to the conversation, to bring others on the platform. Lloyd O'Connor, big up, man. Big up, people. This is Friday. And on Friday, we say Friday is super chat day, You understand me? And super sticker day. So when we do a video on a Friday, we expect at least one dege super chat. Even if for, you understand me? For a penny or a dime. But on a Friday, we expect a super chat or a super sticker. You understand me? So we can add some color. We can move from black and gray in the comment section and you understand me? Add some green and yellow and all of them kind of colors in the comment section. So let's see if we can get that going at some point. Still waiting on our guests to come onto the stream. Man, when Mr. Speid comes on, can you ask him if FIFA will be providing monies to help the female team prepare in addition to the regular payout for qualifying? I can, but I kind of figure I think it depends on how the conversation go, because I think some of my questions are going to lead down a path of some heavy discussion, and so I might get some pushback from asking question relating to that, but I will keep it as one of the questions, Eagle Republic, because I think it's a very important one to be asked and for us to get some answers to. All right, Owen, blessings every time. Um, um, Stefan Wright says, remember, there are always objectives to be achieved. The coach said he was brought in to specifically qualify the team for World Cup. And again, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. And that is the big deal. The primary work has been done. There are other things that needs to be done, and they will probably get done. But the main task has been completed. So kudos to the team, the coaching staff, and the girls. The main part of the work has been done. And we're going to reach out to our guest again. Like I said, should have been on. Still have not seen him in the back room, but he has never failed to deliver on his commitment to come on the program when we have asked. So we have no reason to doubt that he's going to be on, barring any major catastrophic emergency. Speak of super chat, and there you go. The God bless you. Put up a super sticker. Big up. I'm telling you, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. I don't know, man. Thank you. God bless you. Listen, I don't know, but I just Omari Hutchinson going to Chelsea. Does Chelsea bring through a lot of its young players? I get the feeling like Chelsea is one of those clubs, right? That a lot of its younger players normally go out and loan, and they keep buying big and loan out their younger players. I think that's the concern I have for him. I feel like Arsenal is the kind of club that have a lot more youngsters coming through their ranks and their system into their first team. But again, from what I've heard this morning on the Arsenal website, is that it more had to do with what Arsenal was offering him financially versus what Chelsea was able to give him. I think Chelsea was able to give him more money, and so he did that. Here's Kyle. Kyle said, tell them super chat, move your question to the top of the list of being asked and answered. There you go, Kyle. There you go. That's the lick, bro. That's the lick right there. Absolutely, Kyle. Absolutely. They buy and loan out. That's what Owen says. Baggio, bless up yourself over there in Canada. Something must have happened why he decided to leave. Yep. Like I said, what the reports are suggesting is that Chelsea is offering him more money. I don't know what the amount is, but Chelsea, whatever he's earning at Arsenal, or what they were going to give him in the new deal, Chelsea is offering him more. And he's very, very closely connected to Raheem Sterling. And so it is also understood that Raheem Sterling could have influenced the decision for him to move. Hala Madrid, blessings, man. Mannings, mind you make Mr. Speid cry, because the GFF members have been acting rather sensitive as of late. Yeah, GFF members cry. Which one? I didn't know that. Which GFF member have been crying? Hala Madrid, share it with me. I didn't know that, There's a lot of things that I don't know, Eagle Republic says he's going to wait. I don't think so, because, I mean, like for this particular one, he reached out to me, so I know that he's going to come on. He reached out to me. How many academy players in Arsenal first team now? All right, so players who came through the Arsenal system, that is there. One, you have Emile Smith Rowe. 2, Eddie Nketiah. 3, Saka. 4, Ainsley Maitland Miles. 5, Reece Nelson. Gabriel Martinelli kind of came there late, so I wouldn't even call him. So that's 5 right there off the top of my head. Balogun, that's 6. Who else? Yeah, those are some that I remember. And there's always been that pattern of doing that. I don't like that move to Chelsea. He will live on the bench, that if he can make the bench. I don't think he was brought there to be brought into the first team, given the position that he plays and the purchases that Chelsea has made. So I think it's just the money, and I don't know what the situation is with him. That is what has been reported. All right, my name's Man. Are you turning your show into a pay-for-play forum? Really? Eagle Republic, how you got on there, so now? The man said that, all he said is that if you put up super stickers, what he said is that your question will go to the top of the list. It didn't say you don't get stuff answered. Right? So be careful now. Be careful now. So he didn't say that Eagle Republic, so be careful. Don't twist them on words. Kyle, I can go back to Kyle's comment. That's what he said. It puts it up to the top of the pile in terms of asking. We answer all questions as best as possible on our platform. You know that Eagle Republic. You know that Eagle Republic. So come on, man. Yeah. Big up Tyrone Williams. What you mean, man? There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You see it, Eagle Republic? Look there. It did no question, nothing. So I'm just giving a super chat. You understand me? I see Hala Madrid here saying, didn't you see? That's been a while though. Yeah. Colin question, Mr. Speid, could you just leave Jamaica football, please? Not you alone, sir. All of the JFF heads, just pack all of yourself in a barrel and roll down Spur Tree Hill. Yeah. Big up. Yeah, man. Stick down. Bless up yourself. Yeah, Kyle Walk. I don't know what you know what is so funny? Eagle Republic comments always gets posted, So I don't know. He must be joking, and he's covering his face with those emojis. Come on, Eagle Republic. Don't do that. Don't do that, Eagle Republic. You need to take that pay for play business, Eagle Republic. It hasn't, the platform has never been like that. Come on, man. You know, man does this thing. All right. Let me see again. I'm going to reach out to my guest. All right. For the third time, I have someone here. I have a comment here from someone who is out of Europe that understand the market. He says the business model is to buy and own talent, work with it, and put them out on loan to play. Yet, if a team is 3 deep in a position, how is the player expected to break into the ranks? By being exceptional, young talent is a profit center. The markup is anywhere from 0 to 1,000% profit on the cost. So there you go. That's a good one. Eddie Vision, all hail. The man called me Gallins Gal. The man called me opposite. No Mannings. Him say Gallins. Him not saying Mannings. Him say Gallins. Him not say man at the end. Him say Gallins Gal. You can imagine that, people. Eddie, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing to me. That's what you're doing to me, bro. I can't believe that's what you're doing to me. I can't believe that's what you're doing to me, bro. Come on, yeah, you have to. You can't deal with me that way. I don't deserve that. I think I deserve better. All right, 3 times. It's a charm. Let's see. Call our guest again. All right, going straight to voicemail. Now I wonder if the battery dead for real. Waiting on Mr. Speid. Make sure me send the link. Yeah, the link has been sent, so expected to come on. All right. Let's see. Give him my next 4 or 5 minutes and see. Yeah, pick up gal in the gal. Yeah. So you know better he call a man than again. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe he's putting together the file, with all the facts, because it is going to be. But people, what do you think, right? So, Mr. Christopher Williams is saying the league need to be sustainable, and he thinks like any addition in terms of teams would cause the league to collapse. So we should stick to the 12 teams in the league. All right. And then down the road, we can increase it once it is sustainable. But that is what the teams outside of the Premier League, were told, right? Remember, they were told that after 2 years, they'll be given a chance to play in the league. The 2 years have come, the 2 years have passed. And it is being suggested that they need to wait 3 more years before they get promoted. Mark you, we must remember that the only benefit of playing in the tier 2 is to get promoted because it is unsponsored. There is no financial benefit for any of the clubs in it. All the cost is absorbed by the club owners. All right. So they were promised, but Mr. Williams has a legitimate concern. So I want you to listen to my solution to see if we can appease both sides of the divide. Here's my solution. You promise the teams, and there's supposed to be no relegation. So should they allow the 2 teams to come up once they can prove that they have the financial sustainability to operate in the league? They are brought up and they must meet all the Kankakov requirements. Say they meet that. Say, let's use 2 teams. Say that the team operated by the Marlies, as an example, Falmouth, and say the Chapperton, let's use those 2 teams. They have the requirement, and both 2 teams come up, all right? And they can manage. So they come up into the league. What Mr. Williams, I think, should do is say, all right, if you want to bring up the teams, but we're just going to find 12 sponsors for the 12 that are there. And then put it on the JFF to find the $10 million sponsorship that is given to, because each team of the 12 gets 10 million. That's my understanding. So if the JFF says, we will give the 2 promoted teams the $10 million, all right? And then at the end of the season, instead of relegating 2, you relegate 4 teams. So you'd go down to 10 and bring back up 2 once it is sustainable. So you'd always have 12 teams. Could that proposal, if both parties agree, the JFF promises and commits to giving the team the $10 million, maybe without their Adidas sponsorship, all right? If they do that, can it work? Just a suggestion. So let me get your opinion. Ishmael, oh my, condolences to you and your family, Ishmael, man. Ishmael just sharing with us that his father transition, passed. So condolences to you. condolences to you and the family. I saw the calling, but I thought you actually you called by mistake because it's one call and then you hang up. So I will call you back as soon as the show is finished. But condolences to you and your family, man. So we'll talk and work out where and when things and how things go in that. You understand me? Big up Pioneer in the building. Pioneer, remember we need to do a show, even if a 10-minute show, because when I watch the mix relay, like at least half of the team need to change. We need to bring in 2 better athletes. Because the finalists today, them can run it. Bring in all Bloomfield. We need to get the medal here. We need a better team to get the medal. Me not call no name, but one of the female them and one of the male them need to come off the team. In my humble opinion. One of the male need to come off and one of the female need to come off the team so we can win a medal in the finals later. Man, I truly believe that Jamaica does not have the resources to have a 12-team league. Jamaica should have a 10-team league. This would go a long way to raise the level of competition. True. Well, that is true, because we could even do that. We could say, listen, we are going to have a couple of seasons where 4 teams get relegated so we can bring it down to 10. But you cannot go out and ask people like, the Chapperton Maroons and other clubs. You can't go out and tell them to start playing football. And these guys invest, a lot of them, over $5 million in just one season. And to tell them that, okay, we change your mind, you have to just wait the next 3 years. That's very tough on people. And I'm looking at that part. And then I'm hearing now, you see this now, management, the team do not get $10 million, my boss. That's not accurate. Oh. Okay. They don't get the 10 million. I thought each club receive a $10 million sponsorship. Whoa. We need to have a discussion about this because here I'm being told now that is not the case. Condolences, yeah, man. It makes sense. Granted, they are financially stable clubs. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, Kyle. If for example, Kimani Marley, his team get promoted, or the Treasure Beach people, because the teams really, the teams that are in the playoffs, are some of the teams with a lot of financial resources. Them have a lot of money. In fact, there are persons in Clarendon who believes that the Chapperton team is more financially viable than the other teams in Clarendon. Like they would be based on their structure and ownership there. So it is like that would be a perfect franchise. Right? So I don't know if that can work. But Eagle Republic, I do believe if we can get it down to 10 teams at the highest level, that would be good. Right? So we can work it where we have a couple of seasons of 4 teams getting relegated and bringing up 2 until we get it to 10. And then you go to 2 teams being relegated every season. But there must be the net balance of these clubs coming up must be above $10 million, I think, for them to participate in the league. MPEC from Clarendon said that Chapperton team money can't taller than Mike Henry money. So there you go. So MPEC has debunked that idea. You're sure, MPEC? Because that's what I've been told, that this Chapperton Maroon team have a structure around it that they have massive amount of capital. But a Clarendonian is saying that Mike Henry, money strong, like a pound sterling. Yeah. Also, yeah, exactly. Those being promoted could be financially stronger than those going down. Also, competition is healthy in any fair market. Absolutely. Management, the company sponsored the league for 10 million. But as you're aware, the league don't have a title or league sponsor. Thus, the funding mean for the teams has to be contributed to administration costs. I see. So it is what you're saying is that of the 10 million, the clubs may only get 80%, and 20% of the 10 million goes to administrative work of the Professional Football Jamaica Limited. Okay. I strongly believe that the two teams in the relegation zone should play off with the two teams coming in. There are too many recycled players in the league, and some are playing on name only. Well, that's up to the club. I don't like that idea because guess what? Again, if the league is going to be financially sustainable, I think the most important aspect of it is how much money does this club have? Based on your monthly expenses, like how long can you pay salary for coaching staff and players, right? Are you sustainable? I think that must be measured first. And if that is the case, like if say, for example, an ex-Peter Gould pops up somewhere in Jamaica with even more resources running a club, I don't think he needs to play off with any of the team coming down. Just allow him to come up because he has the financial power to stay in the lead. Ishmael says he loved that move by the PFJL, seeking to get at least 3 teams on the junior stock market exchange. You know, I did not hear the announcement. Which are the 3 teams on the junior stock market? Because I didn't hear it and I was listening out for it. This is the thing, and some of the media them never bring that. Who are the 3 teams? All right. I think we have a caller. So let me see if I can set up the call-in line to accept this call. All right. Hello?
Oh, this the Management Show?
Hey, how you doing, Diego?
The biggest sports show in the diaspora and the Caribbean?
I don't know.
Where you get real sports talk.
I don't know about that, but thank you for the commendation, my brethren. What's going on? What say you today?
Well, as you talk about real sports talk, I get a chance before Speid come in.
Yeah.
With that, first to say, I agree with you about a team like Falmouth. And I don't think the JFF and Michael Ricketts have any option but to bring up the teams. And I tell you why. You cannot be the president of a national federation. And for the betterment of football, you sign MOA, not just talk.
MOU.
MOU, sorry,
Yeah.
Thanks for this.
Yeah,
As I said, real sports, yes. You cannot tell the nation and the parishes all over Jamaica for the betterment of football. Get your team ready if you can. Pass the requirements. Enter tier 2 and know a team like Falmouth as an example. And I use Falmouth because Lenny Hyde, a good friend of mine, I think he's the coach of Falmouth.
Yes, he is.
And they spend their millions. There is no way you can know. You have lost all credibility and there's no logic to say that you're going to change your word just because there is no money. Then you have to find the money.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you.
So
because the only reason you're not bringing them up, management, is to say there's no money.
Exactly.
So you can't blame Christopher Williams either. So you, the JFF, now.
Find the money. Because you made a commitment.
Thank you. Thank you. So I don't see how. I heard Christopher Williams say, oh, you know, promises. Everybody broke promise. My wife broke promise to me. This is not about wife and broken promises. This is about people, livelihood, and millions of dollars being spent.
Yeah.
And it's more than a promise because it's a MOU, as you say,
something that
to the nation.
Exactly. Something that was signed and agreed to.
Thank you. So I heard you mention, I heard that they, not you, but I heard that they had a big Adidas sponsorship.
Yes.
How much was that for?
I know we have not been given the details, but it's a multi-million, US dollar sponsorship.
Okay, so you have the money, so then you have to subsidize. And I like your idea now. Since you say you want it to 10 teams, bring up the 2 team you promised. Don't make any more promise or sign any MOU
Exactly.
until 3 years from now.
Exactly.
Drop the 4 teams, give them a chance to compete. Drop the 4 teams, and then now you have 10, and no promotion or demotion for 3 years.
Yeah.
Then you maintain credibility and
Exactly.
you remain honored. You cannot promise a nation. Nobody promised the foot. When I say nation, the football nation, and then they do what they have to do, and then now you tell them, boss, we don't have money, a promise is a promise. Promise is a comfort to a fool. No, that don't work here.
Yeah, and you know that
don't work here.
you know that also, Diego, at the tier 2, because remember you and I spoke about this. The tier 2 is not sponsored, so whatever is done in there is the people from their own pockets, or they go and find sponsors. And you know how the football is in Jamaica now. It's like the tier 2 teams don't get a lot of sponsors, because a lot of the people are saying that a lot of the people who support football already are putting their money in the JPL. So the tier 2 teams are really run by the people. Meaning, if you were in the tier 2, you would not have any sponsor except your local brethren and friends. So it is your money that you're putting in it. So because if you're going to the Premier League, you can sell 2 players, you're going to get back $10 million or so and so. You get a little clout and those things. For all of that, for you to put in that money and you're getting back none. It's tough.
I agree with you. I think it's a decision they have no choice but to make to bring up the 2 teams. What they do now, Mannings, man, because I've been a part of management for the Bronx League for 30 years, administrator and part of executive. What you do now, until Christopher Williams is in a position now to sponsor the tier 2 when he makes the right money, then you open back up the tier 2 now and make the promise.
There you go, sir. There you go.
So no tier 2 for 2 years also then. And leave the
league, yeah.
And leave the league, and then now, if I run Phoenix Club, then I know I have to wait 2 years. And when you have the money now to say, okay, tier 2, we can sponsor your traveling, we can give you $1 million prize money, then you start a promotion again and demotion, and you can keep it at 10, drop 2 and bring up 2 and keep it at 10 till you can expand.
Absolutely. And I think I heard this as well from someone, that part of the issue they have is that, but I don't even know that they can control it, that there are so many teams from Kasafa. So if you go down to 10 and you have 8 teams from Kasafa, which is not Kasafa's fault, and say 1 from St. Catherine, that's a whole part of the nation where there's no, basically.
No, that's a different.
Yeah,
but you can't blame Kasafa for that, because that means they're the best teams.
Yeah.
So if I have 16 from London that stays in the EPL, then you can't blame London. So it's up to the other teams now. That part I have no problem with.
Yeah.
Because it's the best players against each other anyway, the quality of football. Yeah. As you mentioned, Kasafa, they must have smelled the rain, because they didn't get involved in the tier 2. Is there something Kasafa know that we don't know?
I am wondering if that's a very good point you just made, Could it be that Kasafa knew that, listen, you're going to play this competition, spend all of this money, and then they're going to tell us, say, you can't get promoted?
And that me a think about it now.
That's a very good point.
Who's the one who run Kasafa again? Wayne Shaw?
Wayne Shaw, yes.
Either he has a lot of birdies or he's a genius that predict the future.
I'm going to get in touch with him. I'm going to find out from him.
No, man, you need to find out from him. How did he, what does he know that the Parish Association didn't know?
Maybe he's going to say it's intuition. But I'll ask.
I would like anybody know. I'm putting a challenge out there to help me understand why they would agree that the JFF not promote the teams. If they can give me an argument why no promotion, I would love to hear it. But that's what we do here, you know.
Yeah. Let me see if anybody
Someone
will
who
come on.
believes that there should be.
Yeah, let's see if anybody will come on and bring up that. But let me ask you next question. I see Eagle Republic have here. He says, Chris for JFF president, Chris Deering, Chris Williams, Chris Stokes, or Chris Samuda. He says, pick anyone.
Well, as usual, you know, as I tell people, you know, why are they calling out these names when these people know, as Michael Ricketts said it to me, you have to respect Michael Ricketts for that. If you want to take over the presidency, just run against me. How do they know that do they know these people personal lives? That all these successful businessmen, how do they know that they want to get involved in the president of football? That's just like wishing and hoping. I can call anybody name. Okay, Barack Obama then. I would think he'd make a great president for the CFF. So that to me is the senseless, these people calling out these names. Because you don't know if they're interested in running the football.
Yeah. That's a good point as well.
So I don't know why they keep doing it. Yeah, I can call out names. I can call out a lot of names. It means nothing. You have to find out. It's simply, you know, it's like you calling for Andrew Oles, quit Andrew Oles, resign, leave Gordon House. No. Just put your hat in the ring, election time come, and run against Mr. Ricketts. So what they should do, not be called, they should go and knock on Chris Deering's door, Samuda door, Christopher Williams' office, and try to convince them instead of just posting on social media. It's also race to me.
Yeah. So you're saying, man, if you want him out, run against him.
The man said it himself. Listen, election is next year. Just run against me. That's what I have a lot of friends in the diaspora. Plus the JFS, cost them, they must go. So it's a waste of energy and time. Find a man and convince somebody in Jamaica or the diaspora to go run against the man. That to me is a better use of energy. Talk is cheap. But my grandmother said no bone a day in your tongue, so you can't just say anything. So what says you know about the president? What says you know in terms of what I want to say now? Well, you won't even know who. Do you know anybody who seriously want to run against him now?
No, I don't. I have not heard anybody who said that.
Has anybody suggested to you that they plan to run against him?
No.
Oh, so you see, the man might end up being run uncontested.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Like I said, just to summarize before Mr. Speid come, and I would love to hear Mr. Speid take on it now. If does he agree that the two teams should be promoted, I'll just tell the team there, listen, we change your mind, you know. I promise is a comfort to afford. I would love to hear Mr. Speid take on it.
Yeah, man.
You know,
so when he comes
as
on,
a man who's
I'll definitely ask him that. Still waiting patiently. I mean, he should have been on from 2:00. So let's see. We're reaching out to him still.
Please, because he's right. He's on the ground, and he should say, do you think that the two teams should JFF still fulfill their promise to the two teams? Yes or no?
Yeah, man.
Remember, ask it the way, you know, not the pretty way and the political way, you know. Make him give answer, you know, boss.
Yeah, man. All right, there you go. Yeah, man.
What do you think, man? I go on this way for
all right.
I'll tell Cranky whenever I'm ready, yeah?
Tell Cranky, if listening.
Tell Cranky. Anytime I'm ready with everything, man.
All right.
Cool. Yeah.
Cranky, you hear that the challenge has been thrown out to you again in a Cranky. Ryan LFC, my brother, how you doing?
Good afternoon, mornings, man, and to everyone watching this show. Not feeling well today.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, sound like you're on the beach drinking some tequila in Hawaii or something, man.
Nah, man. Brother, I went to the doctor this morning. I feel well, bro. This morning I wake up and I just not feel myself. So I went to the doctor and thing. So need to get some rest. I have a little bit of cold on my stomach there. From the other day, I've been traveling in the pool and all of them stuff there. So.
You know, I was going to ask if it is the heat that is affecting you, but you said it's cold. Hello? Hello. All right. Look like we have lost Ryan there. So let's see. Samuda is firmly at Olympics. He will not be. In fact, I just saw something where um, Mr. Speid is going to the Commonwealth game as the what they call it, chief de mission or chef de mission or something like that. That what is the correct saying, people? Somebody tell me. Is it chief de mission or chef de mission? Somebody please tell me the correct thing. I don't want to. Let me Google it, yeah, man, because I don't want to get it. But he is the. Is it chief de mission for the Jamaican team? Let me make sure I get it correct. Chef de mission, yeah. Mr. Speid is a chef de mission for the Commonwealth game. Did you know that? Yeah, man, it's out there that he will be leaving for the Commonwealth game. He's a chef de mission for Jamaica for the Commonwealth game. I need to talk with Mr. Speid. Mr. Speid, leader, shout, step over Mr. Speid office and ask him what's going on, man. I see CC saying that the coaching course is 15,000 US. The coaching course. That's a coaching course that they did. We're gonna get all of the information. They're asking if the one is a cook. No. I think like that is the person who is the head of delegation. I think that's what that would represent. He is the head of the Jamaican delegation to the Commonwealth Games. So he seems to have a lot on his plate. I think he has a lot on his plate, so we will see. But I don't know. He's a chef de mission. You understand me? Light, have a question for you people. Maybe Jason can help you. I don't know. Jason normally have a way to fix all of those things. I don't know if he's listening right now, but maybe he can help you. We had Ryan on, but he got disconnected. So let's see. Let's try again. Chris Wayne, on a serious note, I think it's more that. I think it's more than that. I'm going to ask him, what is that role specifically? Phone going straight to voicemail. This is not good. This is not good. Let me hold on there. Let me see if I can call this man, you know. All right, let me see if I can get this sorted out, people, because this is excessive waiting. Understand me? Let me make a call. Hold on, people. Let's make a call. All right, so we just sorted that out. So in around 15 minutes and so we should be good to go. Deswana blessing. Deswana says the issue for me is Chris is supposed to execute on policies of the technical committee, not make policy. If the agreement was for two teams to be promoted, then that's what it is. Okay. I say the clubs make a, did you hear Christian say the clubs make a profit this season without playing at their home venue? I doubt they went there to get a Trinidad A license. The instructors were credible people. Rob Smith, well, that I can say to you, and when he comes on, he will say it is a Trinidad A license. It is. That I can verify. It's a Trinidad A license. Welcome back, Ryan, to the show.
Yeah,
Blue Mountain, bless up. Thanks for the super sticker, bro. It's
yeah,
Friday,
man.
super sticker, super chat day. Big up.
Big up Blue Mountain, enough love and respect. But yeah, get an important call from work and things. So
Yeah, man.
yeah. Good thing me even got hurt, brother, cause the kids them just even getting a problem at school, brother. So
Oh,
but have to end up left school. But have to end up left work said we still. But yeah. But um yeah, what time Speed I come?
boy, I've been waiting on him to get onto the program. So I
All right.
just made some contact for them to see if them can reach him and find out because he actually set the time. So I find this very strange.
Yeah. He probably yeah.
I don't
But
know
yeah,
because he asked at the interview, given how I had done the last interview, he said that when he come back, he needed to come and execute this. So, yeah, and it's I've never had this situation. So let's see. Somebody
yeah.
said 15 minutes.
He will come, man. He will come. Him not run. That's for sure. Him not run. So anyway, this thing where them a talk about two team and Chris has said two team cannot come up. Listen, if the JFF promise the club them say two team going to promote it to the Premier, come up in the Premier League. No matter where the money supposed to come from, they supposed to find it and to give to the team then because at the end of the day you can't make a big promises to the nation and then we have to go back on it. I understand where Chris has said, but it kind of sticky, Virgin. It kind of sticky. And far as what I hear that Chris just get the money for the club them and thing, and some of them thing just stay away from it. You understand? Because the end of the day, a lot of people going to say, yo, you are here to make money for the club and get the league better, not to get into these two team can come up in the Premier League and all of them thing there. And it was just chaos. And far as I concerned, and I hear management, JFF definitely are gonna make the two team come up because them have it on paper. Once you have it on paper and writing, and a lot of these men put a whole heap of money in the thing, management.
I am wondering, you know what I'm wondering, Ryan? I'm wondering if they don't put up the teams, if the team could actually sue them.
Yeah, it can happen
I
because
don't
it's
know
on
why
paper.
there's a signed agreement if they could be sued. And then the other thing then is that what if Chris Williams walk away?
Yeah, but when we say management, don't it them say no team going to get relegated for 2 years and after the 2 year when they a little bit of profit made and the club them can sustain themselves, they're going to put up two team for it. So that was a big promise and everybody running that. I remember. I don't know if I hear it pan, but I know I hear something like that. Either on TVJ or CVM. I know I hear something like that on a big media outlet and thing. And me said that was good when nobody get relegated because we just coming back from COVID. At the time it was coming into COVID and I said that was a good idea. So for the team them done in a tier one and tier two, they're preparing themselves to get professionally. And a lot of this stuff, if you listen to Chris, we don't know right now to get the full 100. Rudolph Speid on the ground, Chris on the ground. Because Chris has said a lot of the club them not even even some of the thing where JFF put out say listen, the club have to reach this standard, the club them not even there as yet. So it's chaos, Virgin. It's chaos and the only man can answer it is Rudolph Speid. He's on the ground. He know what is going on. And you know one of the things to Mannings, man.
Yeah.
Instead of Rudolph Speid alone, I think Chris Williams, either them need to keep a meeting. Everybody have to sit on the table. You understand? And discuss this, Virgin. It can't mean one man do an interview. If you can get the two man them on the show, that would be good. You understand?
At the same time.
Yes, it would be good. Because I know it go look now. Speid come on, it go be like, oh, Chris come and share for him side. It better for two of them, not to go off for one another. You understand? We just explain to the public and thing how the procedure go. But bro, the two team them have to come up Mannings, man. Because what if you in that situation, Mannings, man, put in a lot of money and thing? You understand?
Yes. No, that is true. I agree with you, you know. But if this gonna cause Chris Williams to resign, you know, boy, that's the next problem. Because who going to take up the mantle to run the league? You understand me, Ryan? If I could lose Ryan again. Hey, Unseen. Unseen, see if I can call. See if I can call. Unseen, make a call for me and find out what I go on because me not, you understand me. I don't like them thing here, you know. Make a call for me, the Unseen. See if I can find out what I go on. I want to clarify, Chris, the marketing arm of the league, he does not make policy. Thanks, Ryan. You are 100%. Okay. I am sure Sport Raymond Anderson, if I saw him name, is the one we need to talk to. This is his portfolio. Okay, Raymond Anderson. All right. Yeah, Unseen. Call him for me, man. Reach out to him because and tell him say we are waiting from 2 o'clock. If you spend what would you do? Then I told you already that I think they should be promoted, CC. Triple E, you're absolutely correct, you know. You understand me? So but I don't know. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You understand? Because I don't want to come out hard and say the man promised me and he don't come on the show. Because I don't know what happened. So I've reached out in different ways. We just asked Unseen. And then let's see, I'm going to try. Me have a next person working on it, and I am going to try again. You understand me? I don't know what's going on. This is unprecedented. So I don't know. I think we have Ryan rejoining.
Mannings, man. Sorry about, bro. Me I tell you, bro. Today, very bad for me. Sorry about that, brother. Hope I don't get in the book.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think Thing was saying that he agrees with you. Des Warner was saying that he agrees with you 100%. That he's supposed to focus on marketing. But Ryan, you also have the possibility that this person who has been so good to the football could walk away from it.
Yeah, that's one of the next thing to Mannings, man.
How do you manage both?
All right. This is the next problem, Virgin. Like somebody have to compromise. Them, as I say, them have to sit on the table and have the discussion. Because listen, what Chris has done for the JPL Mannings, man. I has been watching Jamaican football for years, playing at Jamaican football. And Red Stripe usual sponsor it, Rare Navy usual sponsor it. And every single team in the Premier League. If a Red Stripe are the main sponsor, that's an all shirt in the Premier League. And to see what Chris Williams bring to the table where he get 10 different company and a separate jersey sponsor. When I look, bro, I am watching the English Premier League. That's the look I get watching the JPL when it come on to production wise, jersey wise, and all of them things. That was a big step in Jamaican football. But Mannings man, to lose someone. Like because Chris Company here, you know, bro. Chris Company here, where is a fresher breath here. Nobody has see this.
A
And
breath of fresh air.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the reason why people are calling for him to be the president. Because to pull off this Mannings man. Major. Look how much top people in Jamaica didn't pull off this. And you can see him is a marketing genius, brother. So you have to give him credit for that. And then to lose him, is like we're going to take 15 step backward, brethren. I'm telling you that. Because, listen, he's a big businessman. He know a lot of people in a corporate Jamaica. And then to lose him, the footballer going to take a dip, whether we like it or not. Because many people come on board just because of this person. And we have to understand that. And I'm telling you, Mannings, man, listen, I believe if we lost him, I think it's going to go down. Hard for us to have somebody where people trust to give them money and to come and think. It's going to hard, Mannings, man, whether we like it or not.
I see CC saying something that I don't agree with. CC saying that the two teams that must go down are Mobile and Molines. They must be demoted, simple. CC, you cannot demote the teams because you already told them that you would not have demoted them. They may have played the season the way they played the season because they know that they're not going to get demoted. Then them do that now and then you get to the end of the season and say, we change your mind, we're going to demote you. You can't do that, CC. That's lack of integrity still.
Mannings, man, CC, that can't. But Mannings, man, what we can do, what I think the JPL can do, let's bring in the two teams for the year. Play them and just let them know that, listen, how much team in the Premier League? 12, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be 14 Mannings, man.
So you just, I'm saying that you just relegate 4 at the end of the season. That's what I do.
Bro, Mannings, man, it a go cost chaos, bridging. No, for the club, they may agree to that. 4 Mannings, man.
What you mean, man?
Jesus Christ.
Exodus.
Mannings, man.
If you agree with teams getting promoted to 14, you also have to agree with 4 teams going down.
Suppose me tell you, say, in the first proposal with the Football Federation, the club them, 4 teams supposed to get promoted. And the JFF said, no. A lot of these stuff, you know, as bad as thing, you know, Mannings, man, will beat the JFF. But you see, when them stands for something, brother, sometimes we as the fans, we have to understand because the proposal to the Jamaican club, them, all of the big club, them, 4 teams get promoted. And JFF say, no, that can't happen, that's too much.
No, what I'm saying, you know, if you add the 2, you would have 14 clubs in the league. And for one, what I'm saying is that for the next season, just for the next season, you relegate 4, which would bring you down to 10, and you bring up 2, so you have 12. And going ahead now, you can start 2 up, 2 down. But because you promised the teams that there will be no relegation, you keep your 12. You promise the teams that they will be promoted. You promote them. But I am saying that for this one season, every team must know, listen, we have no choice but to relegate 4 teams. Or you relegate the 2 bottom team, and then the 2 teams that are left out of the 4, you let them play with the 2 promoted team.
Yeah, like what Germany do.
Yeah, and the 2 who win that series get promoted. But 4 teams must go down. It must go back to 12. But for this season, you allow the 14, but it must go back to 12 to be sustainable.
Mannings, man, you see the problem we have, if sometime, you know, you may watch the Premier League, you know, and them are discuss and club can't come to agreement, then put off the meeting, you know. Then put off the meeting, keep back the meeting, put on the meeting, because you see when they make a big statement to the nation, Mannings, man, remember, you know, this is the highest level in a Jamaican football.
Ryan, we have CC on, Ryan. Just go ahead and make a point and let CC come on. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm saying, I'm saying, yeah, make CC go, Mannings, man. Make him go.
Okay, go ahead, CC. CC.
Hold on, man, hold on.
Hey, man, Carl, put me on hold, man. Hey, CC. Ryan, go ahead, make your point.
Yeah, I'm saying this is the reason why when the Premier League having meeting and some of the club them disagree, they put off the meeting and them say let us meet again next week. And next week them can't find an agreement, them put it off again. Because making these making these point and then after I go back and where you make Virgin, it's not a good look, Virgin. Because if JFF don't promote the team, then brother, it'll look bad. Whether we like it or not, it'll look bad for them. Because you don't promise people already.
Yeah.
Too much mannings, man. The craziest thing. Nobody sponsor the tier 1 and tier 2 league. The man have to go get them own sponsor mannings, man.
So that is why my plan is this. The present JPL they only have sponsorship for 12 teams. Because it is a JFF who made the whole promotion thing. The JFF did not sponsor the tier 2. They allow the people to go and invest their money. The JFF must look and say, listen, we will find $20 million. That is $10 million for each of the teams, the 2 teams, whomever those 2 teams are, because that would make now 14 teams. You see, when the season come to an end, everybody must know 4 teams.
Yeah, but man is very
what I'm seeing me coming. 4 teams must go down, including the 2 from this next season of the tier 2 who would be coming up. So you can get to 12. So you can say, all right, it's 14. So you say 12 and 13, you get relegated. No, 13 and 14, you get relegated. You see 11 and 12, you play against the 2 tier 2 team coming up. And the winner of that series determine which 2 come in the league. So you keep it at your 12. But 4 must be out. CC, what you say about that idea?
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying nothing wrong with the idea there. But the problem is, man, they have already documented that they might expand the league to 16 teams by the 2023 season. So they're basically committed to bringing up 4 teams over the next 2 years, which is this year is the first year, and next season is the second year.
Yeah, but CC, they don't have any. You see the expansion of the league. It's not a memorandum of understanding, you know. So that can change. The vision can change. What the thing that they signed to is the 2 teams getting promoted this season. There's nothing signed for more teams to get promoted going forward. They just said that is what they would like to do. Them can change that and say, boy, we can't sustain it, so we're not going to do it again.
You're saying that nothing is signed to say that there will be no demotion for 2 seasons.
That's gone already. The 2 seasons gone already.
So you're saying that the piece of season will go on September?
No, not which piece of seasons. Remember, so we had a season where Cavaliers won.
That is what they me talk with the 10 game.
No, it's not a piece of season. It is a season. So there will be no demo, and then this season is the next one. So that is why the teams are playing. Yeah. Because remember now, this would be the 3rd season when teams supposed to get promoted. And what they're saying is no, you're not going to get promoted again. You already signed something to say after 2 seasons. The season when the Cavaliers won, the season Harborview won. Now they're saying that we have to go back on that. You're going to have to wait the next 3 seasons before you come up. I'm saying that allow them to come up, but demote 4 at the end of the season.
Oh, I'm bringing it back to.
Yeah, so you keep it at 12. Because that's what Chris Williams is saying, is that it is unsustainable to bring it to past 12 right now. So you'd have only 1 season where you have 14 teams. Only 1. And 2 of them, in terms of sponsorship, the JFF must be tasked with the responsibility of getting the 10 million for each of those teams.
Okay.
Because they made the commitment, not the PFJL.
But man, this is the issue with things, all of them things. But I'm not lie, I tell them also, that way I think everybody Africa and balance it that way.
Yeah.
You understand? It has to go that way because at the end of the day, we want them spend them money playing a league to get promoted. You change up the format of the league and everything. Remember, man, there's no other league after the 2, I think, They mash up the whole the system. But I remember the day when I said I was asking them if that system could work. But they mash up the system, man. Because normally you have Major League, Super League, and then you have the playoffs. And 2 teams come up and 2 teams go down. So at no point in time they should have removed the demotion from it. They should have never removed the demotion from the league. You know what happened? 2 sides that gone home last year and 2 sides that go home this year. I would have 2 sides come up. So you could have sustained the 12-team model. So I think that is boy, man, is the man. No. That is.
Oh, finally, people. Mr. Speid is here. CC. Me have to cut you off because after I wait so long, brother, me just get right into business right now. Come on, man.
All right.
All right, all right, respect. People, Mr. Speid is here. So I not want to hesitate because I don't want, because a phone in my use, so I don't want the battery dead. So, because you see how screen look, people, we don't want the battery. Mr. Speid, welcome. A long time we are tarry,
Some realize, but may have some business to take care of.
Should I send me a message, man? As much people me send out SOS to find if you're there in some accident coming know you, man. Normally, I must be fair to you. When you come on to management show, you always turn up. But through me know say me you argue to them, you wonder.
No man, it's unavoidable. That's the life. I had to do some stuff. And I just that. And that's why I make come on from my phone. Come about you all dead too. I try to charge back. I get on the charger, so no worry yourself. It's not gonna go in. Unless you keep me for 2 hours.
No, all right. So tell me how long the battery can last, so me can know how fast you ask the question.
Do your thing. You don't have to go too fast. Do your thing. Me charge it. Me talk to you.
All right. So do you want to apologize to the people or you just want to move on? Or for waiting on you? I don't know. I just suggest, but I don't know if you think you need it.
I don't know why they were waiting on me. It look like it's interesting, but yeah, man. If they were waiting on me, I'm sorry for that. Me take so long to come still, but me not letting them down. Me always there.
All right. So let's get into it. First thing, I just my Eagles came back from the Commonwealth Games. The place is going to be kept and said that you are the chef.
Yeah, I'm the chef de mission.
Oh, you're the chef de mission because we thought you were the chef for the team.
No man, I can't cook. I'm the chef de mission.
Okay, explain that to us.
Chef de mission are really the person who in charge of everybody, including all the different association that sends athletes, including even the minister, if they come to the meet, the president of the GOA, General Secretary. Chef de mission is really the person in charge of everything. They make all the decisions one way or the other as it relates to people who are, medical people, managers, athletes. They are in charge, ultimately.
Okay. So it's a big position. So when you have this kind of position, why would you continue like doing JFF work, man? You can't do these 2 things at the same time. It's too much work. It's like a bigger thing than being chairman of technical committee.
Yeah, it is. And this is the second time the chef de mission. I was chef de mission for the Pan American Games in Peru in 2019. And apparently them like how my work, so them give me a bigger games this time in the Commonwealth Games. And I'm hoping if I do well, they'll give me the Olympic Games the next time. So yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay. All right. That's good. Congratulations to you on that. You understand me? Military Guna is saying that from Cavaliers win the league, be a hide. So
military Guna know better. Just run him around up in mouth. Me not hide because as me say, if you notice how we go out, we never go out with a whimper. We scored all of the best goals. We scored 4 goals in the semi-finals. We come back, we score 4 goals in the third place playoff. this was the team that the average age was 20, 20.3. So we play a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old. We're not nothing for being proud of. We're proud of what we do for the season.
All right, awesome. All right, let's get to some of the key things. I did a video recently, and I don't know if you watched the whole video, but I know that you understand me. You had some concerns about some of the questions, though I didn't make any assertions. So, we had a conversation, and you promised that when you come back, you're going to challenge me on the things so the people can get the full sum of this whole thing. So I am going to ask some of the questions that I ask, and if you think they're unfair, you explain to me, and then you can give the answers to the
question is really unfair because it must be because you don't know. So I'm willing to answer the questions. And
all right. So concerns were raised. One about is this a Kankakov A license course, or it is a Trinidad and Tobago Football Association A license course? And if so, what is the difference and how does it work? First question.
So what happened is that Kankakov is the last association to come on board to have a coaching convention. All the other out of the 6, all the other 5 have a coaching convention already. So what happened is that these regional bodies like UEFA, I'm going to talk about UEFA, who is the most famous. What they would do is issue minimum criteria, and every country in UEFA can issue a badge from the country. So England would do their course, Ireland, Germany, all of these different countries. Once they make the criteria, they will hold the course in their country. After you get the diploma, the diploma is recognized in all of UEFA. So you can say you have a UEFA license. So it's the same thing Kankakov is trying to do. He's doing here in Kankakov. This year, all 41 members of Kankakov agree that once Kankakov certify any country, they will recognize the qualification throughout Kankakov. So it is the country who Kankakov is saying you should be responsible for your coaching education. And once we give you a designation, say you can teach certain courses, then yes, it's also a Kankakov. You have a Kankakov designation to coach anywhere in Kankakov, but it is the country itself who do the course.
Okay, all right. So let me make sure, because I want to make sure I get it, because there's a lot of things you said. It's actually a Trinidad and Tobago Football Association A license.
Yes, correct.
However, with that A license, it has, based on Kankakov stipulation,
once it meet the criteria.
Once it meet the criteria to work in the Kankakov territories.
Yes. So let me just say something again. It's just like if you get a UEFA license in England, it's probably different from if you get in a Cyprus. People look at it different. We're not go around that. People will look at it different based on the country where you get it in. And you understand why, right?
No, but there's a difference, doing Mr. Speid, huge difference. There's no English FA coaching license.
English FA is the one who do the license.
No, they offer the course. But
yeah, they are do the course.
So the certificate doesn't say the English FA A license. It says the UEFA.
Yes, but yes, and I'm not sure. I am not sure how you know which country, but I'm sure there's a way that people do know which country was the country who did it. They do know.
Tell you what happened. So if Cyprus is going to offer the UEFA A license, it is the European Football Association that does the course in Cyprus.
No.
Along with the Cyprus Football Association.
No. Each country is responsible to hold their own course.
Yes.
And so let me get it simple. So like in Jamaica, we can teach. Kankakov said we can teach a D license, which they are so we can teach a D license, but our person was trained to teach it. Now we are being trained to teach the C license. So it will be all Jamaicans teaching the C license, but we just have to make Kankakov minimum standard. So, and that
all right.
sea
So what
license
is
will
that the
recognize everyone.
certificate? When you get that certificate, does it say
For us now, the sea license.
T license or it says the JFF?
The C like Kankakov don't do the D license anymore. It sees them lowest. So
See.
the C license will say Kankakov, yes. My B license that I got, that was done here in Jamaica, it's a Kankakov B.
Because that was done by people from Kankakov.
It was done by people from the Caribbean, yeah. Kankakov, but it was still people from Caribbean. So what is happening now? Kankakov don't have a A license as yet.
Understood.
Right?
No, man, we understand that part, you know.
Kankakov don't have an A license yet. So when they they do their A license, this is what I'm figuring, that they will look at the curriculum that was taught in Trinidad and decide if it have standing before they would say yes, it's good enough to be one of ours. So even persons from Kankakov was on the course, you know.
I mean, people that did the course,
Yes,
are taught the course.
did.
All right, fine. So you're saying that though it was done in Trinidad, it will say the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association A license.
For now, yes.
For now, Kankakov will accept it as the stand. You have that.
Kankakov, no. Kankakov don't have an A license, so there's nothing to say this minimum requirements.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing. You're hearing us? We're hearing you.
Man, I hear you. So I'm not like use phone, you know.
Phone, yeah, because it chips in and
people
out.
call me. Yeah.
Yeah. We're still hearing
You
you.
know? Hello?
We're still hearing you. We are hearing you. We are hearing you.
So good.
Okay. All right. Sign out and sign in.
Well, I'm not hear. I'm not hearing you.
Oh, sick. sign out and then come back in. Yeah. All right, cut off and then come. Cut off. Cut it off. Let's see. No, this is not good to do on YouTube. Not true. Cut it off. Cut it. Cut it off. All right. Having some issues with the connection here. Yeah. No, me not. Yeah. Sign out. Yeah. Sign out and sign in back. Okay. All right. So if that happens again, Mr. Speed, you just sign out and sign in back. Yeah. You understand me? You understand? You can sign out and sign in next time. I was telling you that to sign out, but I realized you can't do them things up on the social media. You hearing me now? We are not hearing. Oh, you're muted. Take it off mute. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Oh, we're not hearing you. We're not hearing you. Check your volume. You probably turn off your volume or something. Yeah. You hearing me? Oh, we're not hearing you. Wow, what just happened? Da 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 da. All right, people, you think we have made any progress yet in terms of understanding what is happening with the A license? Do you think we have, are things any more clearer to you? Hope it works this time.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we hearing you now.
All right, cool.
I hope no more call. All right. Yeah, man. Okay. All right. So all right. So I think we're getting somewhere because I have a couple of things. CC is saying, for example, it is like CXC. We administrate it, but the syllabus is crafted by CXC, which is a governing body.
Yeah.
It's not CXC anymore. Still, is
We get the drift, man.
yeah, yeah. All right. So though the certificate that you get will say the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association.
Yeah,
A
I'm
license.
sure. Yes, it will, because Kankakov does not have a A license. Just like our USA have a A license, or Mexico have a A license. So those persons do the A license in their countries, and it says Mexico or USA or what, wherever it is. Kankakov does not
So
have a A
what you're
license.
basically saying then is that if you have this license that you get, so you I don't know if you got your certificate yet, or when you get your certificate, you can go into the States and say, I am a holder of an A license, so I can coach in the American system.
Right, not yet, because Kankakov don't send out the minimum requirements yet for A license.
Oh, I see. So Kankakov could have more requirements, which would mean you have to do more studies or more classes or more courses.
Yes. Or maybe Trinidad is at a higher level than what Kankakov needs. So it would have been
Okay. All right.
But
so people
remember,
understand that. I think we get past it. All right. So why the 6 persons that went? And how did that? How was the 6 composed? Who made the choice? All of those things. Go ahead.
It was actually very easy to choose the 6 persons, and I just want to say this before. These persons is that merely it was geared towards coaching education. So it was geared towards the persons who were coaching educators. And there was just only one person who we had on it who was a coach. It was Marcel Gill, and basically he has been the most successful local coach in terms of Premier League record over the last years, and also he was the national under-20 coach. So we tried to do national coaches and coaching educators. So those were the 2 criteria. Coaching educator was the first.
Okay, so you went because you're a coaching educator.
Correct.
All right. Peart is a coaching educator.
He's the principal of the coaching school, for want of a better word.
Downswell is right.
He's the one most experienced coaching educator.
All right. Marcel Gill just took up the U20s.
Right. The other 2 persons who were under consideration was Xavier Gilbert, because he was a national under-20 coach, and also Virtue, who is another coaching educator. So those were the top 8, and we chose 6 from.
So those persons were contacted, and you cut down the list to 6.
Well, Xavier is with the national senior team, so he couldn't come, and Virtue was on tour with one of his team in his club, so he couldn't make it either. So because we only had a spot, they made it easy for us to just choose that.
Okay, what I'm trying to find out if they said that they were unavailable, or you guys just assumed that because they had other engagement, they would not have been available.
They were not available. And we contacted them.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear now, because all right. So the other question that people have is who paid for this course? We saw something that said the JFF, the Joan Duncan Foundation.
Right. So let me explain something about the coaching school. The coaching school is actually, it have its own bank account within the JFF. Their funds are not mixed up with whatever funds the JFF has. So for the coaching school, we would, whenever we have any coaching like any classes, we would put back, based on the fees that is paid, we would put back a little thing in the bank account for us, keep it for just in case we have to bail out some of the courses, because sometimes we don't even get enough persons as we'd like to fulfill a course, but we still have it, and we have expenses. Remember, we have to pay on a typical course. You have the physical trainer, you have the goalkeeper coach, you have the referees who come, and you have the coaching educators who handle the course, and we have to pay all. We also have to pay for the food, we have to pay for the players who come, give them food and all. So it is a business within itself that we decide that is how we're going to operate it. So it's a business within itself. So the JFF really not pay for anything as such. I tell you what the JFF pay for. because what happened was that we had 6 spots. We went out and looked our own sponsorship, which JMMB sponsored, equivalent about the fees, just the fees to enter for 3 persons. The coaching school itself paid for 3 persons, so that is how the 6 persons was paid for the course fees, right?
And what was the cost for the course?
The course fee was 1,500 US each.
Okay.
So that was how that was paid for. As it relates to transportation, which is over $1,000 US, the JFF paid 25% of that, and the coaches
$1,000 per person. So the JFF paid
over $1,000, 1,100 for some of my flights.
Yes. So that's around $250 the JFF paid.
Right, and the persons who went on the course, they all paid the balance. In addition, they had to pay for their meals and accommodation when they reach into Trinidad. So that was paid by the persons who went on the course.
So how much? But the coaching school paid some of the money. Because you were talking
No,
about that earlier.
not just only for the fee, the 1.5. They paid for 3.
Okay. So you're saying that the people who went had to pay around $700 for their ticket, cover their own food and accommodation.
Accommodations, yeah. They had to cover their own food and whatever other expenses them would incur when they're over there.
Okay. All right. Now, the other question is, what about all the other coaches in Jamaica who are at the B levels? When will they have the opportunity to go to Trinidad to do the A license?
So what we have done, look here, A license is not something that is common. So every time you have an A license, you have to go choose. So Trinidad decided that they're going to have an A license every year. So we already work and we think we can get 6 spots for next year. So it will be 6 additional coaches will be able to go to do the course next year. Of course, we have 2 who are coaching educators that would want to say, yeah, you 2 have to do it. So
who are those 2?
Xavier Gilbert and Andre Virtue. Those 2 will definitely get first preference because we are not trying to push up coaching as such. What we're trying to get people qualified for is to become coaching educators so we can spread the knowledge down to the rest of persons them below with this D and the C and the B license. So that is our focus, not for people to get a license and start to walk around and boast and say, me a license coach, I must get 400,000 or whatever $1,000 they must get for coach teams in Jamaica. So our focus is on coaching education. That's where our focus is.
All right, understand that. But because one of the questions I have is at the lowest level of our football, there is either low pay or no pay. All right?
Yep.
Why the people at the D level have to pay to do the course? If the overall plan to develop the football, when there's no money available for like at the D level.
So who's going to pay for it? There's a cost. There are costs to coach the D. I told her the food. I could not even take out enough the coaching educator would go.
Let me give you what the people are proposing, Mr. Speid. The JFF in its allocation to the parish.
No money.
No.
To do that.
No.
Everybody needs to everything. All right, good.
If the thing is that if the JFF never ever have any money, any at all, how did they pay for Syria? They still paid for Syria, so they were able to find some money.
They did not. Why you keep on saying that foolishness? I told you the coaching school have their own money. Why you keep on saying that?
So the JFF didn't pay 25% of the fee for the 6 people. No money that them fine.
Yeah, but that's petty cash because that you're talking about for pay for course. That's petty cash. That's 250 US times 6 make 1,500 US. That is like 200,000.
So 1,500 US calculated into Jamaican is how much money?
200 and some thousand.
All right.
Jamaica.
So you're saying to me that if you were going to offer the coaching course in St. Anne, that $200,000 couldn't facilitate you doing the course for 10 persons?
Well, first of all, we know the course for 10 persons. What that 220,000 couldn't carry one course in a no parish. So I don't know how we pay for the rest. Not even one course it couldn't carry in any parish. We have to buy food for 30 people every day. Just hold on. We have to buy food for the players, the 20 odd players who come every day to do the physical. You talk about some of the coaching educators live away from where they go and do the course. So who pay? So they would need transportation. They would need somewhere to stay because them up early and go till late every night. So 220,000 couldn't do anything at all. I don't even know why we come up with that. He couldn't help. He couldn't even run one course.
All right, Mr. Speed, let me help you, because you see, sometimes it's not money we want, you know. Sometimes it's what we do with the money that we have. So if I eat, we have to work. I eat, we have to work. Say, and this is just my thought. Say, seeing that everybody have to travel from everywhere. So you say, we are going to run a coaching course up by the Captain Horace Burrell Center. Your coaches stay up there. Your chef cook for your coaches. Whoever want to do it from wherever, you're having it for 20 persons. Whenever want to come from through the parishes, they come and they do that. That helps to reduce your cost. What I am saying is that there is an allocation of money that the JFF give to parish associations. I don't know.
But it's not for run coaches. It's for run like their competition, the under 15 and the under 13, that the parishes participate in the All Island. That is what the money is for. The money is also for run grassroots program. The money is for run some girls program. So the money
under 13 and under 15 in Westmoreland.
Well, so the money where them get is not even enough for what they want for the national development. So I could never ever say that money is supposed to be used for pay for coaching education. I would never ever even say that, because I know what it takes to run a parish association. I used to run one and I understand the different costs. I remember when I was running Kasafa, I used to get a van for them. The van that the Kasafa driving every day to go to Montego Bay and all over. I used to get it for free. Kasafa couldn't afford it, and Kasafa one of the biggest and best parish in the country. So I am not going on that road because it's a known road.
All right, so here's the road I'm going down, Mr. Speed. If the parish is given, if we recognize that there is a need to develop the grassroots football, we are giving the parishes money to run under 13, under 15 competition.
And women, both male and female.
Male and female. Those players are not being properly developed. Maybe we need to pause that, develop the coaches with that money, and then run the competition.
No, I'm not going to buy it to that none at all. That to me is, I'm not buying that none at all. The youths come first. Can't me take away the youths them right and give it to some coaches, some men for say, because them say they can't afford $30,000. So we must stop the youth them from playing 2-3 years. No, I'm not subscribing.
All right. Now here, you know that the basic school system, like what you pay to go to university, the higher up you go. So you have secondary education, tertiary, primary, different levels of education. The higher up you go in education, you pay more. I agree that B license and the A license people must pay a higher amount. Why? Because they are going to be able to earn a higher amount. The point I am making, is that the people at the lowest level, the D license people, because they are going to be working, your A license people, Jamaica football is different. Our A license coaches and B license coaches are not going to step down to coach at the lowest level in our football. They want to coach the Premier League and top schools and those things. The people who are coaching at the lowest levels are normally some community people who don't have a lot of resources. Shouldn't we find a way of making it at that level minimal, almost free? So down there we can have a lot more people, but as they upgrade and come up to C, there's a higher fee. B, that is tripled, and A, it's maxed out. That is what I am proposing, I think Mr. Speed is frozen again. All right. I hope the batch. Okay, Mr. Speed is back. I hope.
Yeah, man, I'm back. May I try
Yeah.
may I try just fix it up so it come on my computer and set because the battery all go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see if we can set up that quickly. Yeah, I have somebody here. He said earlier his name is Pepe Paul. He said that he sent 10 emails to do the course, and all he got is something about got some text message. Pepe Paul maybe can put up at the comment, but
So
nothing.
I hear your question. You're saying, I mean, we must try our best to get the coaches educated. Yes, I agree with you 100%. It's just that your method I don't agree with because there's just such scarce resources all around, and you know, every other professional that I know, people pay their own money to start at prep school, then primary school, sorry, whatever, then high school, and then pay the money for go university or find a way. I don't know why it would be. I just think it would be so unfair for us to single out football and say we must pay for the footballers them from them a try learn the sport. I mean, it don't make any sense because nobody else do it, and I don't know why we always put these burdens on the JFF that nobody else is doing in any other profession. Because the truth is, yes, if you only have your O level, you might not earn the money from being of your O level. Or if you just have primary school education, you might not earn a living from that itself. Just is when you get a degree, you probably start learning earn a living, or maybe from your knowledge, or if you finish high school, good, or if you go get a doctorate, then you start earn money. So I can understand why we look at football any different from any other profession, and that's the mistake we're making all the time. So we know that now we have over 1,000 persons that was certifiable in Jamaica. How much are they coaching now? So just imagine if were the ones who pay for all that 1,000 persons, and then some of them just take the qualification and just sit on it. They don't coach, they don't have no team coaching, nothing. They're not doing anything. So I don't agree with you. I think the person should pay for their own education, just like with any other vocation or any other.
All right. So let me say this. I just got a text in from one of my texters saying a country C license is different from a UEFA C license. Like a country like Scotland offers their own C license, which is different from the UEFA C license.
I am not, no, I don't know if I said anything different, because what I did say was that each country can do them own. It's just the recognizability of it. And I also said that it is true that people. All right,
Yeah, I think the computer is up now, so let's get rid of this one.
And I also said that it is true that some countries' license will be recognized more than some. So I don't know if I said anything different.
Okay. All right. We get that. So we can expect more coaches going away to do the A license.
We have managed to secure 6 more spots.
6 more spots.
Yeah.
All right. And then we can also expect that now that you have the A, it means that you guys can teach the B in Jamaica on your own.
Not yet. What we're going to have to do is get some more coaching education training. So let me tell you how it goes. Usually, best practice is that you must have the higher license for like, I think it's either 12 or 18 months. I don't remember. Before you can even start to say you have an A license. So none of us have an A license yet, We get there's a body of work that we have to do for 6 months. So it's in November before we are even assessed. So none of us have any A license really. We still have B license.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't this a pilot program? This
is the first, but it came star-studded. There was a FIFA head of coaching delivering. There was Peacock from England, who is also from FIFA. You know that he's a top man. He was the one who had the English under-17 team, did exceptionally well. And there was another gentleman from England who also lectured. So as the lecturers goes, Branco from FIFA was there. As lecturers goes, this was like, you can't get much better than those 3. who were lecturing the course.
All right. The reason why I ask is because the B license that was done was free because it was a pilot project, right?
The B license.
Because nobody paid for the B license.
Well, on man, nothing is free. Somebody has paid for it. There's no name free.
All right. So let me
it's
ask
just that we didn't pay for it. We who did it in Jamaica didn't pay. Kankakov paid for it.
Kankakov paid for it.
And the JFF did the logistics, and Kankakov sent their people.
All right. You see why I ask is that because I believe if Kankakov were offering their A license for the first time, I think Kankakov would have paid for it because it would have been a pilot project.
Yeah, maybe, but it matter really? No matter. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, all right, great. People on this coaching thing, is there anything that I said in that thing that I did that you felt like, boy, let me clarify that you needed to? So the other coaches out there who feel like it was a special group, they would have heard why.
Oh yes, but hold on, no. I'm going to add something to that too, because you see, people have to understand certain things in our life. You see, when we trod in the road to get the Kankakov designation, there is a lot of work. Don't believe it's easy. People think it's easy. So we put Andre Virtue on the panel that is working towards finalizing the policy, etc. Right? So he was there working on the panel. So he was doing a lot of work there. Then the other 6 persons. There were 6 other persons in Jamaica. We were the ones who were doing all of the legwork in terms of the application process, writing the curriculum, making sure so we meet the standard. Kankakov, was saying that we had to meet. Self-assessment study, we were the ones doing all of those in the middle of the night without pay. So when the JFF give us $250 US and somebody starts cuff them knows about, so we get $250 if we pay 25% of our playing fare. These people work all those nights and months for free. They didn't charge just to set up the coaching school. So they are at a deficit already. So, that is why I'm saying these are the sacrifices that these 6 persons make, which when everybody else was in their bed sleeping or going about their business, sacrifices were being made for us to be recognized as a Kankakov quality for our coaching school.
Okay. All right. I hear you. All right. So you have
they deserve it more than anybody else. As a matter of fact, to be honest, if you did value that money, they would be able to pay for the course 2 times over or 3 times over. If we had to get a specialist to do it.
You're saying that these 6 coaches, the 6 persons who went, they deserve it more than anybody else?
5 of them plus Xavier and Virtue. Those 7 would have deserved to go on the course more than anybody else in the history of Jamaica based on the amount of work that they had done.
Whoa.
On the coaching school. Midnight, sometime we're there till 2 o'clock in the night. Forget through the self-assessment, forget through the curriculum.
I think that's a very strong statement, Mr. Speid, because there's a lot of people, they may not have worked on the coaching school, but they would have done a lot of work in football and have upgraded themselves and work
but
in
them
the
don't
program.
have the B license. That is one, they don't have the B license neither. You needed the B license for 18 months before you could have
some
the
people,
A license.
Don't Andre Edwards have B license? Let me call some name. I don't know that he wanted to, but Andre Edwards have a B license. Yes.
Okay, so some persons, just listen up, some persons get the B license, but remember the rule. You have, for you to do the next license, you have to have the B license for a certain amount of time. You get me? So people who get the B license in 2022 wouldn't be eligible if you use this.
But Andre Edwards didn't get his in 2022.
Well, you need to check when he get it.
I'm asking that Donovan Duki got his at the same time.
I don't know. But I know that him never get it when Donovan Duki get it.
No, I'm talking. So I'm bringing up a next name, Donovan Duki.
But he has an A license already.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I see what you mean. So you're saying that the other people with the B license, some of them would not have had it long enough to move on to the other license.
Correct.
All right. They're gonna call me, so when they call me, I'll tell them to come and ask after.
And there's some people who we call them name Because I heard some name called them don't have a B license, so there's no way they can do a A license. No way. No matter who them coach or how long them coach. It's not like that. You have to apply, and tell the people what you do before them say yes.
Okay. All right. And nothing that is equivalent of it works.
Yeah, if it's equivalent. But
All
what
And then there are people who says this is a strategic move by the technical committee to have a group of people, and these people are going to form the core. I'm just telling you what has been said. A couple of people have said you can guarantee that these people going to run under 15, under 17. Don't be surprised if you see one of them run all the national team. It's a conspiracy theory. What can you say to remove that?
No, I'm not removing it. It is strategic, yes. So what is wrong with strategy? You have a strategy. I'm not removing any whatever they want to say. For instance, no. It was a strategic move for us to make sure these people have the A license, because our focus is on education, educating the rest of the nation. And we want to be able to teach a B license so that the cost of teaching the B license will come down dramatically, because as we speak, to do a B license for about 350,000 if we have to import people to do it, right? So how many B license person we're going to have? Especially if management, you want every B license, every exam to be free. So you understand what I'm talking about. Who's going to be putting up 300,000 for each participant for 24 person to have a B license? If we are able to teach it here, then we want B license to be like water. We want like every single elite youth coach to have a B license. So that is why it is strategic that we send those people who are coaching educators. It is true.
Okay, all right. Find out when there will be the next D license coaching course, and then we'll move away.
Well, soon you're there. That is something that we can teach without anybody coming here. So we'll be having some more. One of the problems that we're looking at is because when Manning Cup and the Costa Cup started, difficult to get those coaches to do the courses. So we were thinking that we should run the license then mainly between January and August. So we could see what's going to happen though. We're not sure yet. A C license, we're trying to do one more before the end of the year, 1 or 2 before the end of the year. But again, there's a cost, which we don't have the money yet. Again, we can either don't keep it, or we tell everybody that you have to pay 60,000. So some people say they don't want to pay it, but there's no way we can do a course without money. It can't happen, because we have to pay Kankakov 6,000 US. So that alone make you know. So we have to pay, we have to collect to run the course.
Okay. All right. All right. That is good. We spoke about the chef, the mission. We spoke about the coaching thing. I think most of it has been done here. Explained a lot of things. I suspect that questions will come up, because you never get to. There's no way I can ask all the questions. So thanks for all of the clarity and thing. So
before you go further, just on the coaching thing, we have a strategic coaching plan. One of the strategic coaching plan that we have is that we'll be able to educate enough persons to teach a C license in the parishes. Now, you were alluding to the fact that we could have it cheaper done at the JFF. By JFF, everybody camp there. But the persons who's going to come, it would cost them a lot of money to come every day and go back, transportation, or them, if they are not in staying in too. So the plan is for us to carry the D license to the parishes, so we won't have any D license at the JFF unless it's Casafa. Plan is to also carry the C license into the parishes. That's the next plan. The B license, whenever we start to teach it, we can carry it regional. And of course, A license is something that will only be national, because you would probably have it once every 2 years. So we do have a strategic plan. We had said in our plan that we should have A license coaches by 2023. We should have at least some pro license coaches by 2026. So yes, we do have a plan. We also want to ensure that all youth coaches will have a B license. We want to ensure that our Premier League coach have an A license. And of course, the national coaches want them to have a pro license. So there's a strategic plan, and we're moving along and trying to achieve that by 2026. That is what we're looking at. So there's no apology for what we're doing. Somebody have to go first. And as you know, I'm a leader, so I make sure I lead. I'm not going to send people in front of me and say, go and go do the course. I make sure say I lead, I make sure say it can happen. So that is the plan. And if Jamaica can move from where we had only
Well,
D and
Mr.
C
Speed,
license,
say
I
you and I not
don't.
going to agree in that kind of leadership is not necessarily the best kind of leadership, you know.
I know.
Because there's a part of leadership where you put others first.
I know. I'm putting the rest of coach coming behind first because I want them to to get their qualifications as fast as can. But I am the type of leader. So guess what now? I am a part of it. I could not have gone to, but I am a part of it, and I'm not making any apology about it. I want to be able to sit down as the head of technical and know when a good coach is in front of me. I want to, when I'm interviewing him, when I ask him certain questions and him tell me in plans, I can have a very good idea if what him saying is foolishness or not foolishness because of from a technical point. Because we learn some stuff, we learn some stuff over there that we didn't know before. The course was so deep. You know that we are one of the laziest set up persons in a whole world when it comes to the amount of miles we're covered in a football game, right? So we start that out. We know so we have problems with our midfielders. Those things, you might think so, but the course actually helped to bring across certain things to you where we know so it's going to help Jamaica in the future. So, it was good for me and Dunzel to be there to see where our shortcomings are as against the rest of the world. Because some of those analysis we did. Okay. And from that point of view, it will help us better to plan. So, yeah. So you might be right about our leadership approach, but it was very important that we were there.
Okay. All right. Kyle is asking, if these A license holders are going to be assigned to the national team, especially the senior team, isn't it prudent they work under a A license coach from a first role environment of practice? And then he goes on and says, for example, like Paul Hall or Lauren Donaldson, keep up with best practices. So he's saying that, say Meron Gardner is going to coach a senior team. Wouldn't it be better if he had like somebody with a UEFA A license who have worked at the international level, so that he could garner all the knowledge from that person instead of just using like an A license to say, now that you have an A license, you're qualified to coach a national team, though the person may have not had the opportunity of coaching a national team in games at that level.
So, Mira, just to answer your candidly.
Just an example, if I use Mira,
right.
I can
So already, some of those coaches are national coaches. They are under 15 in spirit. Miran does the under 17 and he assists the senior, and Fuzzy is under 20. So clearly we thought getting them the knowledge was very important at this particular point in time. Now I'm going to come back to the last part of the question. So as for the senior national team, we just try to pick the best available coach we can get. It don't matter where they come from, or we try to make, we are big in qualification now, for somebody who can achieve. So for the national senior team, there's no hurry if you push anybody that went on this A license course to coach a national senior team. That's not gonna happen. Not the senior team, but clearly the junior teams. We believe that these people now have more ammunition to do a better job than they have been doing once they're exposed. The higher level of education. But that don't mean say we must keep them anyway, So there's no guarantee here because you did the A license. You're going to get a national coaching job. Remember, our aim is not necessarily our aim is to make sure we have whole heap of A license coach so we can choose the best from. Because at the end of the day, they will have to coach somewhere in Jamaica and you'll be able to assess who is better. But for us to do that, we want to have enough. So, for instance, for us to have all Premier League coaches have A license, it means that we have to have 48 A license coaches in Jamaica. Because you have to have a ratio of 4-1 before you can put those rules in place. You understand what I'm saying? So that is what we're trying to achieve by fast tracking these people and trying to ensure that these people have the required qualification. Then the cream will rise to the top. Pep and all of those people, them have them pro license. But I mean, not a million people have pro license, but then the cream rise to the top.
All right, so people there have it. Mr. Speid says that none of these coaches who did the A license will be pushed into coaching the national senior team.
No.
So I see Ryan asking if you expect you to be the head coach of the Reggae Boys. So you are one of those coaches. So I think the answer to that is no.
No, I have told you on this program before, Manningsman, and this is not Rudolph Speid, the chairman of the technical and development company. Me personally don't believe I was ready for that. I don't believe I'm ready for that even now. So I fancy myself as a coach, but I'm telling you, me personally does not believe I'm ready for that. That's me. So Ryan, I don't know where you get that from.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I don't know how much light you can shed on this. We were having a discussion earlier that there's a present dilemma where the PFJL, Professional Football Limited Jamaica, PFLJ, and there's a memorandum of understanding from the JFF about after 2 seasons allow promotion, and then the issue is how can we promote when the league is not sustainable. All right, so I came up with a proposal, which is I can tell me what you think, and if you can respond. And my proposal is simple: promote the teams because there's no choice, because you made a commitment. However, it is more sustainable to have 12 teams. So here's what we're going to do. The 4 teams at the bottom of the table at the end of the season, the 13th place and 14th place goes out. 11th and 12th place will enter into a playoffs against the 2 teams will be promoted. And then whoever wins those either stay in the league or come up into the league. That would mean we have 12 teams now, and then we can go with the 2 teams up 2 league down. So one season, there will be 14 teams. All right. After that, it will go back to its original 12. And that is because you made a commitment to the clubs who went and invested money. Now, the other side is that how will those 2 additional teams be sponsored? Is there any way that the JFF could say, since we made a commitment, the sponsors are not able to? We have tons of money coming in from our Adidas deals and all of those things in 2023. We will commit to helping the 2 promoted teams, right? So that it doesn't become a burden on the PFLJ. Is that a possible solution? What is the solution if not that? And is the league going to collapse?
Man, say you're good enough. Man, you must be a socialist. You just want to give everything. You don't want no. You don't like capitalism, man. So I mean, I'm not saying it in a bad way, right?
But
you want to give everything.
Right.
Look here, the JFF money that the JFF is gonna get from whatever, there was a tamarind season, and the JFF gets so much. All of their problems stem from not having enough money. So I don't see why the JFF should give away the money instead of use it for development. So instead of we prepare the teams, we have the amount of tournament we have next year for the women under 17, under 20 men. This money will come in time to help to prepare those teams to compete properly, not to give it to some club who, if the clubs sell a player, the club pocket the money and put it in their pocket. Or why would the JFF spend their money on a club? That don't make any sense. Nobody anywhere in the world Football Federation spend their money on club. So, I mean, why would the JFF be taking up that? So, you see in Jamaica, what we do, we always try to get Jamaica Football Federation to do something when nobody else in the world do. You tell me one federation that spend money on club like that.
All right. So fine, you debunk that. The JFF should not give. So,
no, the club no money.
So are you saying then that the 2 clubs should not be promoted?
No. To me, it's not even an argument. They must be promoted. I'm going to tell you why. Yes. And to me, no club where United can be demoted because the rules and regulations say so. So they must be demoted.
So there are going to be 14 teams?
Yes. You can't stop. Oh, it will stop. Let me just give you some background. And this is why we have to understand football. FIFA says every competition that you want FIFA to recognize must have sporting merit. It was tabled at a meeting under Sepp Blatter, I think in 1993. Don't quote me the year, I can't remember the year. when him table it, somebody get up and say, United States of America, they have a franchise system. What about them? And Sepp Blatter said, me soon deal with that. That now deal with right now, about everybody else. I think it's them and Australia was supposed to be a franchise, but everybody else have
Yeah,
to
the
have
Australian League is franchise, yeah.
right. Must have sporting merit. When the USL carry carry MLS to court and say they must get to be able to promote teams up in the MLS, the Court of Arbitration, 2020 March, these are facts really, say uphold America's stance and say FIFA never intended for them to change the sporting merit, but everybody else must. So if we have a tournament that don't have sporting merit, Kankakov can say I'm not accepting none of your teams in my competition because that's a bush league. So there's no way you could have a set of teams eligible to come up and tell them so they can't come up because of monetary issue. That is not football.
Okay.
So it's a non-issue, really.
So there are going to be 2 more teams. No.
Yes.
How will those 2 teams be financed? How will the league be sustainable if the league is not sustainable? No, with 12.
So it's like the same thing. So as I said before, football is not a socialist game. It's really a capitalist game, right? The people who have the most money, the rich club, they are the ones who survive, or if you can manage your affairs. So just like the tier 2, you see how it was? People put in their money, find ways to get sponsorship, crowds turn out at the games, them, whole heap of crowd, then collect a gate receipts. And the tier 2 is well on its way to being to being what it is.
Mr. Speid, hold on. Where just say a while ago? Crowds at the games?
Tier 2? Tier 2? Of course, yeah. Crowd there are some of the games. So, crowd there are some of the games.
Yeah.
Some of the games.
Hey, you see the word SOME? You have to put it in there.
But guess why, you know? Guess why, you know?
There were games that there were more players.
Yes,
and officials than fans.
Especially when it just start. But as soon as it get hot up, crowds start to come out. You go to Clarendon, there was bumper crowd there, right? So there was so what happened? Again, teams that do well will make money. Teams that don't do well will not make money. And it's the same thing. So, but anytime you start to choose teams based on who have money, then what is going to stop somebody from decide who play in every top league in the world? If money was the reason why you choose who play in it. So the MOU that we have, it's we must deal with commercialization, and the JFF deal with competition and regulation. So it is very clear, and we did sign off on it. And we did take the benefits of not demoting any club for the first 2 years. And the trade-off was that JFF could increase the league up to 16 teams. So I don't know what is happening.
So you think a 16-team league in Jamaica is profitable and sustainable?
So when we did when we were looking at the new design of the Premier League, we were looking at that it would be a television product where we would try to earn money from television revenue, etc. And one of the things that we only had teams in 5 parishes, and we're thinking that with the advent of additional teams, we'll have more teams in different parishes, we'll get different sponsors would come on, etc. So I am not going to say, because I'm not going to say it is we call it, whatever the word we use. But remember that we thought so when we were conceptualizing it. So things can change if facts change. I see Belgium reduce the amount of teams that they have in their top league and broaden the bottom league, double the teams them in the second tier. So I am not one that won't go back and look to see what work. All I'm saying is come this year, there's no way it can be anything else except 14 teams.
Okay. All right. So how that is going to be reconciled with the team that is tasked with getting the money to run the league? Because they seem to have a problem believing that it is almost impossible.
I am a part of that league, you know. So, but all I can say is, when you give somebody a word, remember it's us, the Premier League teams, that approach JFF with the idea in the first place. we, the Premier League team, approach JFF with the idea in the first place. So how can you give somebody a word and then you turn back off, 3/4 where you say, I take all the benefits and no, we don't want to take none of the problems. It just don't work like that. So I don't see any other way out because, as I said before, it's not just because of we locally. So you tell me, if it's not 14 team, tell me it's which 12. I'd like you to tell me which 12. Or whosoever say it should be 12 or 10, tell me it's which 10 or which 12.
Supposed to play in the league?
Yeah, because that's what I like. No, whoever decide who are the 10
I
and
just
who are the
told
12.
You promote the two
No,
teams.
man, me hear you say, but me talk about for this year. If it is 12, you tell me which 12. Or whosoever is talking about it should be 12 or 10. Make them tell you is which 10 or which 12. Because why it have to be Cavalier? It not have to be Cavalier. We don't even have a home field for ourselves. So we can drop out to, Because merit don't mean nothing.
No, I think everybody's saying that keep it at the 12 that are in there.
Yes,
and don't
but
promote
which
anybody.
12? There's 14 teams. So which 12?
The 12 that completed the league last season.
And then you tell the next two, so they must do what?
No, that is what I want you to tell me. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I tell you what they must do. Play in a Premier League. That was easy. That's the easiest. To me, it's not even an issue. The fixtures must have come out with the 2014 team.
All right. I see Kyle is saying that. Mr. Speid, what do you think of Paul Hall as our four national coach? The nation seems to want him.
Tell Kyle figure you $20 me answer. The answer can't come with $5. me a capitalist. So tell Paul figure $20 me answer.
I can't believe that's a low blow. I'm not going to go there. Kyle, good youth. I'm not going to go there with you. Kyle, I don't go there with you. Kyle, I don't agree with that.
You can get 100. I'm sure if you get
Jesus.
As me always say, remember, I thought him was a good coach. I thought he was doing some good work. I could see difference in the style of play, and we look competitive, even though we never get some of the results we want. But then, if him is a pro licensed coach, him carry himself well. I mean, I don't know what to say otherwise.
Okay. Well, Kyle said that the $20 is coming, but same thing, You see it? Now you're gonna have to answer the man, because the man put up him $20.
Yep. So as it relates to Paul, we did do our assessment of him from a technical point of view. We spoke to him. He told us what his plans are for the future, and there's nothing is definitive at this particular moment, because there's negotiation going on between us and his agent. Well, it kind of stalled, and there's some administrative things that we need to sort out. But as you understand, these things are more complex than you think. There's a matter of the contract. He doesn't have a contract, and one needs to be ironed out. So it's more complex than you think, Kyle. I can't really tell you what is going to happen, but I understand what you're saying. I think also the players have responded to him well, and we took note of all of those things.
Yeah, there's a fellow vlogger who has come out swinging on this Paul Hall. Don't know if you have watched this. He goes by the name, I think it's something like Ryan KFC, Ryan LFC, I think.
What am I saying?
So he is convinced by information from internal sources that a decision has already been made that Paul Hall, because of the situation with him offering a resignation, it has been accepted after he was asked to withdraw it. He didn't. It has been accepted. So he's gone. There is no consideration. He won't be coming back. And the vlogger, Ryan, has given that as a definitive statement. And he says he has impeccable sources.
No, I haven't seen it. I didn't see is what he was saying to be able to assess why he came to that conclusion, or if it, so I can't really comment on it, on that. I know that no decision has been made as yet, so that's all I can say.
No decision has been made. Okay.
No.
All right. So let me just ask you this then. We took the time between Coach Vin Blaine and Lauren Donaldson was lengthy, led to some issues. No, I know there is no football, but from the time that we heard from the Suriname game up until now, we haven't really heard anything. We saw this now with the same thing with the general, the Suriname game, the Suriname with the whole traveler arrangement, right? And the whole Paul issue. We haven't heard anything from the GFF. We didn't hear anything for a long while between Vin Blaine and Lauren Donaldson's appointment. In fact, that came the information came like a thief in the night about the new coach and all of that. We saw now where the coaching thing went on, and no report has been given. No, there's no update. We don't know. Like, good that you come on, right? But when you were going away, a lot of the stuff that we asked should have been a press conference, should have happened, or a release.
Why?
Nothing was
Why?
done.
Why?
Why?
I don't understand. You say it should have been done. Why you're saying it?
A press release.
For what? There's no decision, or you're gonna have a press release.
No, a press release concerning. Listen what I'm saying. I said there was no press release. No press release concerning the coach is going away to Trinidad and all of that. A lot of people did not know.
No, that's not true. There was a press release.
Mr. Speid, when was
there was a press release done by what's his name? By the press officer of the JFF. I am positive it was done.
I need to go and check. All right, I'll go and check because I didn't see any until after the video was done.
There was a press release. I'm sure.
No, we come to this Paul Hall issue when there is a friendly
There's nothing
game
to report.
No, what I'm saying is there's a friendly window in September.
Yeah, but that's like
1 month away.
I don't know how you're counting, but it's almost 2 months here.
2 months. All right. So you have that. The other thing now is so we have that. We have the parlor. We don't know what is happening. Where that is concerned.
Just like how if the Grace Kennedy CEO resigned tomorrow morning, you wouldn't know till them have a position what going to happen. So I don't understand you. You want to have a position before something happens. It can't happen till you get a position, till you have a position.
So there are thoughts to take back Paul then.
No, I'm just telling you that there's no position.
So you said no first. Does that no mean no? You don't plan to or
No.
Oh,
there's nothing to report yet because we don't have a definitive position.
Okay, so there has been no definitive position.
No.
Are there any coaches that are interested in coaching the team outside of Paul Hall, or that he's the only person out?
A lot of coaches, but I can categorically tell you we're not talking to anybody about the job.
Okay. When is there any time that we can expect to get some information on this?
As soon as there is information, you'll get it.
Man, listen what me I say now. Jesus said that he's coming soon. You know how long we are waiting and now we can't see. Me don't like use the word soon.
I like how you said that because you're a Christian.
Yeah, but we can't work with soon.
Don't you work with Jesus?
That Jesus. So we are talking coach. You understand me? Righteousness asking. So Paul, we're trying to get that from Mr. Speid. He says no definitive answer on that yet. That is as much as he will say. He said that is coming soon. I try to find out what is soon, because soon is no timeline, you know.
And I also tell you that we're not speaking to any other coach to replace him.
So you're not speaking to any other coach apart from Paul?
To replace him at this time. I tell you that too.
Okay. So the only coach that you have spoken to is Paul.
So far.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But there are other coaches. So how you know that there are other coaches interested? If Paul is the only one,
them sending their resume as a anytime. So for instance, once a girl them say them didn't want Vin Blaine, I get like 10 application. So once Paul resign, I get like 20 from people all over the world. So that's what they do. They read the papers and they send the applications.
Okay. All right. I hear you. I hear you, sir. So we'll be hearing something soon, where that is concerned. Okay. All right. Are we going to get any assessment from the coach after the U20 team, because he went from the U20 straight to the coaching course? Are we going to hear anything from him?
It's a requirement. Every coach gets assessed when they come back.
So are we going to hear?
Yes, them have to write a report and face the technical committee. Every coach.
So
No
that happened with
exception.
Paul Hall as well.
Yes, no
Oh,
exception.
so but those reports are not made public.
No.
And this one says, in Paul Hall, the Reggae Boys senior coach, I think that is we trust. Why only teams to be added to the JPL? What about the Kasafa lower league teams? What are the winners getting?
Kasafa didn't enter the competition. So the tier 2 is definitely the competition to be promoted to the Premier League. So if you're not in the tier 2, you can't go to the Premier League.
Yeah. All right. Is there and then we want to find out who is the new general secretary that we can talk to know to kind of we can kind of know what's
general
going
secretary
on.
of a JFF?
Yes, Mr.
Who's general secretary of a JFF?
Yes, sir.
Janice Rose Brown is in charge of administration, so you can send anything through.
Oh, so.
But you can write the general secretary just to see him, because they'll get the mail.
Oh, so right to Mr. Wind.
No, general secretary, not Mr. Wind. It's the position.
Oh, so right to the position, not the person.
Yeah.
And Janice Rose Brown.
Yeah, she's doing administration, so you'll get a response from her.
All right. So will this post be empty until the next election? Or FIFA requires it that to be full?
I doubt it, but as you know, it has to be the right person. So it takes time.
What you need to have level up, like a master's degree in what? Business administration. What are some of the basic requirements?
I really don't know.
I want to apply and I want to know if I qualify.
I really don't know, but it's a CEO job. So you know the basic qualification for CEO. You have to have tertiary education. You should know something about football. You should have the right temperament. You should have some other soft skills. So I think those would be the basic things that you have to have. Tertiary education, experience to show so you can run a business, because it's a CEO position. So you should have some skills here.
Okay, so you have to have it's a CEO position.
It's a CEO position, yes.
Okay. So the person would have had to have operated in some high level of management.
Correct.
Okay. Which would mean that, because you can do that without having a tertiary level education.
Yes, but the world not so kind to people nowadays to give them CEO job. Unless you own the business, the world not so kind again. Them want to know that you have some decent education.
Okay, all right. Reggae Boy, RBY is what that means, Reggae Boy Supporters Club.
So Kyle, just who are the president, Kyle?
For the Reggae Boy Supporters Club?
Yeah, more know why president.
Kyle is the president.
Kyle, I president, who are general secretary? More know why treasurer to Kyle. Can you see how much question they ask JFF? Now you have me want to know all these things about you. Who are the secretary? Who are the treasurer? Who are the president? Who are vice president? And tell me what the club all about. And when you're going to send out a report that shows transparency.
Why is that? Why is that necessary?
What?
Send out report. You know what is funny, Mr. Speid? What you asking Kyle for? We don't get it from you,
Exactly my point. I want to save Kyle transparent.
Okay, but somebody said, management, can you ask if the general secretary position was publicized to ensure that we got the best person for the job and not just friend and company?
I really don't know. I don't know. But I agree with you that it should be somebody that is professional, somebody who can do the job, a CEO type of person who understand business, not just technical things or just football things. And I would more lean towards a business person than anybody else. So I agree with you, Leighton. Say, yeah, we should get somebody who is very good.
Okay. All right. And then take this final two. Kyle again says, I thank you, Mr. Speid. Keep all. Send Coach Fuzzy to classes again. Poor showing in the U20s. He was outclassed by his opponent from the Dominican Republic. All right.
And as I said before on this program, Michael Garden, I always say it that you remember tell you the first time I say it. And people probably don't remember. I remember when our under 23 team played in a tournament in Jamaica with St. Kitts and Nevis, and I can't remember. I think
When
it was
Jonathan Ducky was the coach?
Yes. And when I look over on the St. Kitts team and saw, I'm not call him my name, but he was our lecturer. He was one of the person who lectured in our B license. That means that he was way ahead of us in terms of understanding the game. And St. Kitts went on to qualify over us, which is unheard of. And the only reason why it happened, now anything to do with player, it was always coaching. And from that day, I call the 6 people where you hear me talk about and tell them, say, Jamaica gonna die if we don't improve our coaching quality stock. We cannot compete, and the smaller countries are going to catch up on us if the coaches not get better. And that was one of the reasons why we embark on this particular road that we're going down, to make sure that we have quality coaches in Jamaica that can compete. So to say that he was outclassed by the person from Damrep, I'm sure if we check up on him, he'll probably have a more experience, better coaching qualification, and it will always happen like that. They will beat us, especially in one-half games, if them better at coaching.
Yeah, it seemed like Dominican here to have young Coach Fuzzy and the Robs, man. Them club them beaten on the national team of give you a warm time.
I don't know about that, but draw the best team from Dominican Republic. Draw 3-all.
Sorry, that was Michael. I said Kyle, but that was Michael. That was Michael.
I'm gonna lead them 2 half time. I just become get the red card and give us some goals. So I agree with you on that.
All right. This person is asking why all our U teams have all local coaches. Is that one of the primary requirements?
Well, I mean, lately you have to understand, you have to make up your mind where you want to reach in your life. So every single country that win the World Cup, the person who coach their team is a local person. The person is born in the country. He's one of the country person. About 57% of teams that will go to the World Cup just go. They are coached by local national persons. Local. So if you just look at those statistics, and these are some of the things that we learn when you do higher studies, it means say you have a lot of people who get these expatriates and carry them in, and some of them go to the World Cup, but it don't last for long. You have to build your own stock in your country, and that's what we're about now, building capacity. So where they're going to get to learn if they don't get a chance. So of course, sometimes it might cost us, but that is how you learn. And then once we carry the education with it, I'm sure all of you will agree that Jamaica is some of the smartest people in the whole wide world. So if we get the education, right, and we get the experience, pretty soon we will start the good. So you have to be patient and understand why we have built capacity at this point in time.
All right.
In addition, we can't afford overseas coach for youth team. That means that we'll have no preparation.
They are also saying that, listen, one thing that is being said, will the model that the female team used work for this men's team, which is the female team has a squad of players and none of them play in the local league. Majority of them are born outside of Jamaica.
So
what is the difference between the male football and the female football. What
But
we
first
can
of all, we can't play in a league where we don't have. Because we don't have a local league for the last 3 years. But if you look at some of those, the star players on the national scene, a women's team, they are born in Jamaica. I don't know where you get that from. Some of the top players are born in Jamaica, grew up in our leagues out here, and then went away, got college, or some of them go play professional football. So that's not a fair statement. But the truth is where your pool is. Is where your pool is. So our pool of women players are just not here. So we have to look elsewhere. In the case of the men, we have a big pool here. So that's why.
Mr. Speed, right now, when I say we have a big pool, tell me 11 players right now that you think is quality that can step into the national team.
And and as I said before, we don't have the coaches to bring out the best out of those players.
Okay.
And that is why what we want, but we have the talent. And when I'm talking about pool, I'm talking about talent, raw talent.
Oh, you have okay, that's what I mean.
So the truth is, what we would like to do is to send away 20 players every year. If we're able to send away 20 players to further their education until we come up to school, then you'll realize that you reap the benefits. And that's what we're aiming for, build capacity all the time.
But you know that, Mr. Speed, though, if you and I have the same talent, and my talent is worked on at Chelsea, and your talent is worked on at, say, Cavaliers, it is highly likely that
you need to choose our next team from Cavalier, because if you say Cavalier, I'm not gonna agree with you. So anyway,
no, may I use Cavaliers? If Media Man City,
maybe me give Pep the edge, but not Tuchel. Me give Pep the edge. All right, cool.
Media Liverpool, you understand? Because the environment that I'm in, those things also help me. So the point I'm making that though we may have talent in Jamaica, good talent, when compared to the youth at Chelsea and at Liverpool, they're going to be ahead.
So
because they have more opportunities and more things of
resources. Me can answer you two ways, right?
Why?
So for instance, if you even just compare Europe and South America, Europe players always have more opportunities than South America. Yet still South America have like their players are like supermen, the really good ones. So, and there's also I've been to train and see players who parents buy them boots and everything and then come decked out. And at the same time, them other people just walk off the road and some booger crep and them play better than them. So talent, the talent is not, in my mind, is that we in Jamaica are some of the most talented people. We prove it every day in other sports without the facilities. Because even when I go to Trinidad, I'm ashamed of the facilities that they have compared to what we have. I'm just ashamed. Yet still they can't beat us at anything. So those talent facilities and those things is not all. We have a talent base here that is second to none. If you put us to play in snow, we will not have, we do very well because of our athleticism and all of that. But I'm saying, and I agree with you 100%, Belgium was the same. It took them years, but they are like the number one, number two team in the world for the last 10 years because they developed their coaching education. So all I'm saying is that you are 100% correct to talk about Man City and all those teams because of what them have. But it's the coaching education that they use. Is not so much the facilities and all of that. Is their coaching education is the key, and it's something that we think we can compete on in the next couple of years, maybe the next 10 years. And
10 years, okay. A couple of two, okay. So in 10 years time.
Just give me a second.
Yeah. All right, people. We have last question and then we're gonna go. Okay. Well, you need to work out your battery thing, them, your battery them all that dead in the Mr. Speed.
No, what happened is that I'm not in my office because them are fixed some AC in there. So.
Okay, all right. So let me just finish up with this, right? So what we need to do is probably focus on until we get that part working locally. Maybe we need to focus on getting players outside of Jamaica into those spaces to develop, and also to use more of our players at the senior level and say the U20 level from out of those spaces until we can start putting the proper developmental programs working efficiently at the local level. That can work? You think that is something that we need to look at?
Yeah, I mean, sorry. What you're saying, something I have to leave it, I have a meeting at 5. What you're saying is true, but as I said before, it's going to take a time. So people have to kind of be patient. It's not going to stop overnight. It's going to take some time, and is that we're working on. But again, we have financial constraint, and then you have to ask yourself the question: how does coaches learn? Do you throw them in the fire, or do you let them understudy somebody?
That is it.
Or does people really learn? Do people really learn being assistant? Because in the coaching world, to be honest, assistant don't make a lot of decisions. It's always the head coach and the assistant support.
I was saying that it would be good. I remember when Alfredo Monteso come on my program, he said that he would work with the GFF to bring coaches over there for 6 months at the club.
But he was here
and I'm saying that maybe we could work out some partnership where
but I mean, management. Serious.
Anyway, we're gonna leave him. We can go still.
Yeah, we have to leave. But serious management. If I want to get an offer from Europe because they are the best in this thing. So I mean, we have had a large contingent of Brazilian, earning a lot of money from us year after year. And when they left, what happened? So right now, it is good to say it because you were here too. And what happened? So I'm saying I'm more looking towards UEFA to help us in that regard. I hope it didn't come off.
Yeah, listen, we will finish up this conversation. I know you have your meeting. You're already late. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Speid. You cleared up some things. There's always a million more questions to ask. So enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for your time. We did get some clarity. I hope you can make it to your meeting. You understand me? People, there you go. You waited long. You're patient, and I'm telling you that I know that you're going to say I should have asked some other questions. Can't ask all of them, right? But hopefully, somebody else can speak with Mr. Speid. Ask about those questions, or I will have a next opportunity to talk to him to ask some of the other questions. I want to thank you all because some of us were here from 2:30 waiting on the interview. So it's almost 3 hours. It's getting up into now that we're here waiting. And Anonymous OG just reached. Boy, yeah, man. So I hope you got as many responses as possible, right? To most of the things, I don't know, man. Yeah. Right. Also, letting you know that Rafael Morrison is signing with I think DC United in the MLS. He's gone there because his coach Wayne Rooney is there. They said that he would be a TAM player, which makes a lot more sense. So that is good for Ravel. Big up Ravel, closer to Jamaica, so we'll be seeing a lot more of him. So thanks to every one of you. Speid is a politician, bro. He make all right. People, you have to listen objectively, right? And then you implement critical thinking, right? You may not agree with everything, but I always say in every answer, there's something that you can capture. So check the questions, listen to the answers, be objective, and then you become critical in your thinking. It was a very good show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here for the duration of the show. Yeah. I need. Where is Brain Drain or Neo? How does this thing work with Ravel? Is it that he gets a special waiver, which would be good enough? I don't care as long as he's going to play there. Better for Jamaica. I am glad that something is worked out. good for Jamaica. I don't even want to figure out. Listen, honestly, I don't want to figure out how it work out. Me just glad it work out because he will be at the Gold Cup playing for Jamaica. That is the biggest news for me. All right, Marlon Murray. So bless up. People, you have to hit the like button. You know, you have people like Kyle and you understand me. All my others, you know, mods, you know, I'm begging if you hit the like button. Come on, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Ryan LFC. Ryan LFC is jumping back. And Ryan LFC, you know, say I run, me I go run, but you don't know you're my brother, you know, so me have to give you your final.
No. I want to know what's the difference DC United do and what Jamaica didn't do for Ravel Morrison to know receiving a visa.
That's what I'm trying to find out. I don't know. Somebody who understands the American. Where is Jason?
Because you are know the Mannings, man. A links do this thing, you know, brother. And if a big team, you go, brother. And if the Groon is same one, that man there, no matter what, you know, a links around the world, brother. And that me, but I'm glad. Because we're gonna need him for the Gold Cup.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I don't want to know how him get it, but we thank God we have a lot of Ravel Morrison at the team for next year. You understand? So that's the most important thing. We don't know why him get it or him get it, at least him get it. So him can travel in the United States.
Yeah. And that is a good thing, because maybe, you know, the owners of the club can probably, you know, move things.
A links, man, a links, bro. A top player, you know. He might come at the USL at the right age. 29. That's when USA need to start target good player like Ravel Morrison, 28, 29. Where you can get at least a 5-year out of them. You understand? Because the pace is not quick enough like the championship. Championship is much difficulter. Ravel I go walk the MLS.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. Coach Menzie.
Yeah. So big up to you and your viewers and people like the video. Big up Coach Menzie.
Yeah, what you thought about the Mr. Speid interview?
All right, it's a classic interview, but you know, I hear you ask him about my thing, but we have to leave it. Time will tell. I always tell people time is a master. All right. So
yeah, we do that as I ask the question, you know, but
man, I appreciate that, brother.
Him never say you're wrong, you know. Him just say there's nothing definitive, but
all
time
right.
will tell. Yeah.
All right, Bridget. Big up, man. Big up Kyle and all of the money. We'll put super chat on the board. Appreciate it.
Man. Blue Heart.
Blue Heart, big up.
Yeah, man. Kendall Murphy, you from one of the small islands or you from Jamaica? Kendall Murphy. Feel like you're from one of the small islands. I feel like I know that name, you know. Kendall Murphy. I feel like I know that name from.
So what you gonna do after this now, Mannings, man?
You know, some my kids them want to go Starbucks.
Oh, Starbucks.
Where you gonna do after this?
But they are clutch back, brother. I don't know if you could have run the interview.
With you?
Yeah.
No, man, we have to do that, brother. We can't do that for them there. Them interview, their special interview. People, we're going to interview Ryan LFC. Football days. But we can't do it right now, Ryan, man.
Whenever the time right, brother.
The time. We have set up a big classic, that bad. A big people.
Family first, brother. Family first, bro.
People, we're going to do a Ryan LFC interview when he used to keep and play ball. Football career. Big interview. Come up. You understand me? Untold stories of Ryan LFC.
Yeah.
Put into the one day. But we have to make it a classic. We don't want to do it. We don't want to overshadow it with any other video on the day.
All right. Enough respect. So we're going so keen the speed one.
Yeah, man. All right. Bless up. So any show for you? I know that triple treat. Any show for you today?
Bro, I don't think I'm going to do probably next studio. I'm just taking some day.
Some rest. Yeah, man.
You never know still, because you know how God works still. So you never know. But for right now, I have nothing on my book. So I'm just clutching back.
Tell the wife, I family man, and hope the kids them all right.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Bless up, bro.
Man. Safe.
Yeah, man. All right, people, big up on yourself, you know, bless up to every single one of you. You know, Have a great rest of the day. You understand me? Yeah, man. Bless up, grace and peace multiply to you always. Enjoy the rest of your weekend until we meet again. You understand me? Style and Flavor over by the Triple Treat tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday night. Check it out. Unseen Sports was on it as his breakfast club. Brian LLC, so for the next 2 days he'll be off. There is also, oh geez, we have what are they? Peter.
Yeah, sorry, man, and always tend to come in at the end of your program.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If the battery is going to die, me have around a minute left. So I'm going to let you talk and not just listen. All right.
All right. Let me just say this real quick. Yeah, man. Let me say this real quick. You say the United States are living, but the United States satisfy their interests. That's all they care about. There was no reason why Ravel could not have been granted a US visa to play in the World Cup qualifiers or in the Gold Cup. They can make that exception if they want. Now they're doing that because it suits them. You understand? I saw them stay, Virgin. It's bad-minded business. They could have made an exception. Trust me. Listen, I live here for 20-something years. I know them operate. They could have made an exception. Ravel is not coming to the country to live. I'm going to play a game. One game for Jamaica. You want to tell me you couldn't grant an exception? A temporary visa for the man to just fly in, play the qualifiers, and go back? Think about that. Just think about that for a second. They're very disingenuous. So that's all I have to say, bro.
Bless up,
so
Peter.
Nobody not think of anything special. Yeah, it's nothing special. There's no links. There's no big links. It's not. The US is just like that. They satisfy their own interests all the time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. All right. Blessings.
Yeah, man,
listen. Yeah, man. All right. Kendale, Sir Mercury. You see. There's a number running on the screen. Look at it. 876-373-6449. That is the I Am Sure Sports number. I'd love to do an interview with you, so you can give us a little bit about because you say you share some of the similar problems. You have a UEFA license, so we'd love to talk to you. So you can tell us, what's happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Why we're not seeing some of those players coming to play in the local leagues when we have St. Lucians and Bajans and Trinis playing in the league out here in Jamaica? How come some of the players from St. Vincent, we're not seeing them anymore coming over playing in the Jamaican leagues? Would love to talk to you about that. So text the number, just send a WhatsApp message, and we will reach out to you. Put your name on it, and we'll reach out to you from I Am Sure Sports if you're interested in that. Yeah, man. I'd really love that. People, again, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. If you are travel upon the gravel, make sure you're safe, people. You understand me? Again, I always tell you, see your loved ones, make memories with them. Don't just spend time with them. Make memories with them. Make memories with your sons and your daughters, your spouse, your families. I'm about to do that now with my kids. Do it with yours. Make memories. You understand me? Be blessed. My name is Man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, we say we are over and we are OUT out.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Earths, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, yeah, someone on for the food from young, from with their knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.